scrap. Envoy deserves all of his income, but Dan Ghosty was the question mark for me. He came in as a rookie, played for Optic Texas, goes to LA Thieves in their rebuild year, where they kind of reset the salary, saving up for the Superhouse squad.
Yeah, I mean, I think people could easily forget because he gets overshadowed by, you know, the talent around him. They built around Ghosty here, right? Like, he was the guy they kept from last year and added superstars to this team because of how much they believed in him and his ability, right? And Ghosty, you know, I talked to Scrap, you know, Sunday after the tournament and congratulating him and talk about him being a duo with Ghosty, and he's like, he's the perfect like complement to the way that he plays. You know,
how does that work out? What's the play style?
Yeah, so it's like Scrap's gonna be able to find a ton of kills, right? He's gonna take more calculated risks on the map, and Ghosty's gonna be the guy to play more objective-minded, right? Filling those gaps when he needs to allow.
When he needs to.
It's like to allow Scrap, right? To allow Scrap to do things that he wants to do on the map, right? So like, I don't know, they just have a really good dynamic. They have a good roster to complement each other all around.
On the other side, you've got Miami Heretics, who no one thought would be as good as they currently are, especially when you consider the fact they have 2 rookies now in the starting lineup, Al.
Yeah, Miami Heretics, I think, has taken everybody by surprise. The only thing right now that hurts them against some of these top teams is their map pool is much smaller compared to the other big dogs in the team. Yeah. And their hardpoint's taken a little bit of dip as we moved throughout stage number 3.
Sorry to pause that. Easy Mac, this is a rude graphic. Shoot back. Yeah. 0.82 as a team is our monster pregame tip.
But respectfully, I mean, LA Thieves are 15-3 in map count versus Miami Heretics. This is like the 5th time these 2 teams are going to be matching up, and LA Thieves have donned them the entire time.
LA Thieves beat Heretics 250 to 139 in the hardpoint, 6-0 in the S&D, 3-0 in the control. So like, as good as Miami have been, which they were phenomenal, even at the major, they got thunderclapped by LA Thieves. Like, it is just not close. And, you know, in this matchup in particular, like, when it comes to the veto process, it's so difficult for Miami as well.
We got a shooter, though, on that squad. If someone's shooting back today, he goes by the name of Super. He's got magical fingers. You've seen him do all kinds of things on the stage. What can he do online, though, tonight? AR matchup. How does he stack up?
I mean, well, we just kind of told you this. Not well. Not well. This Miami Heretics team is not stacked up against them well. For them, you know, you went to that series that they had, right? And it was, they had to win that dealership S&D. Just got kind of clapped on that. It was a map that they were like 4-1 on coming into it. And you can see as we get into the map modes here, like they're just forced to come in and play the red card hardpoint that they lost by over 100 last time.
And then the vetoes are interesting because Miami, this is just a terrible matchup for them, right? So red card and proto get banned, and Miami gets put in a spot where they can't really pick dealership, even though it's their best map. They just got 6-0'd on that by LA Thieves on that map and mode combination. So for them, it's like we can't really go toe-to-toe to them. So essentially, LA Thieves control the vetoes when it comes to this matchup, and that can make it really difficult for Miami Heretics because their map pool, again, is not comparable to our best.
True or false, Heretics control sucks.
It got better last split.
They're average. It's extremely average.
Well, in the beginning of the season, they were absolutely ridiculous on ball, right? They never got to play it for a bit, and it started to teeter off a little bit. But the problem with what you're trying to, you know, tee up here, Chris, is they're going up against the best control team in the game. So,
yeah, and it's also momentum-based. They win vault control. They're 2-3 on it in the last 30 days, but they average winning it in a 3-1 capacity. So that means they're winning an attack round somewhere in there, and that means a player or two, they have a good round, they build off that momentum and clean sweeps. So I just don't think that's going to work for
Thieves are 33-6 in control. They should win control.
Some people would say they cheat. I'm not one of them because I watch them do it legit, and I'm picking LA Thieves to do it again today. Al.
It's been a day of upsets. I'm still going to go LA Thieves, but I'm not going to be shocked.
La 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 la.
I'm going with Thieves.
La la la
la. Miles, a chance. Your turn.
La 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 la.
Right.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's fine. Well, on a day of upsets, a team that has yet to find success against the LA Thieves, Heretics surely, Chance, this is their time to shine. La 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 la.
Not a day of upsets. Also, just throwing that out there. Like the Carolina over Boston, they have the better record. Like, you know, the desk might have called it wrong, and the fans might be calling it wrong. But I'm not saying a day of upsets because that has not been the case. I'm dying on this hill, Miles. I'll die on it. And I'm going to die with Miami Heretics because they're playing 2 of the same maps they just played against LA Thieves, neither of which went remotely well. And of course, as the desk touched on, the Thieves' ability now to control the pick and bans against this squad. If Heretics are, you know, a little bit concerned about squaring up on dealership, that means they have extra problems they need to solve. So I'm thinking Thieves would be comfortable. I'm not expecting an upset, Miles. That's all I'm saying.
Nope, I hear you. And if you die on that hill, I'll buy you back, bro. Don't worry. Here we go, boys and girls. Into another series. Welcome, LA Thieves fans. Last time we saw you guys, you were lifting a trophy over your heads. Now, though, back to online. Back to the usual shenanigans, but back to an opponent you're very, very confident against as well. So, Heretics, let's see what you guys have done in the short break between your own major and now finding ourselves online again. On board with the Thieves, all decked out in red.
Because on my end, it says that my audio should be going through.
Off, right? Miles, you know, Warzone reference, and now I'm remembering Nate Shot smoked me in Warzone the other day. So, you know what? Vamos, Day of Upsets, baby. Let's get it. It's Hydra.
It was just, I had it on the wrong audio track, I guess. For streaming.
Slammed, absolutely slammed. 3 dead. There we go. Scrap the other guy left alive for the Thieves. He's going to make his way to the point. He's about to die though because the Miami Heretics. This is a setup. Okay, I'll wash my mouth out with soap. Okay, it's a 2. Okay. Still, all right. A nice opening break from both teams and a good look here on red card.
Yeah, hanging out for the moment. You got guys like Envoy, opportunity to flank around, maybe to break.
I have not looked at my
for the time. Well, there's Envoy
my
making
fantasy
his
team
impact,
this week,
as he gets traded out, Heretics.
I don't know if we're doing
10
so
seconds
hot.
left on P1, and whether or not they
My
get
team
it less
is
important. They do have the
possibly
rotation.
crumbling at the worst
Super's
time.
actually putting himself in a very interesting spot. It is having
Hunter
really
team
good
made
trigger
it,
discipline.
or Apex made it
He's
to
trying
grand
make the
finals
impact,
tomorrow.
seeing the kill
Hell yeah!
He's able to get one.
I saw that they've been playing really well.
Slow down as much attention as he can. Ends up getting
and
2
I
before
definitely
he falls. That
could have
delivers
watch partied
Heretics
it,
the
but
time. All things considered.
the last time when we watch partied it, I'll be honest, I just did not. I couldn't get into
for
it.
the Heretics, ghosty right through the front
It's
door as
just
the battle continues.
there's
These
too
lines
much
are starting
like
to shift.
downtime. I feel like
He's getting pushed back,
in
but no
between
problem. 3
everything.
dead there. Still the back spawns from the Heretics. They have been driven to the absolute extremes of red card. Now split spawn towards the right-hand side of time. And this is a fantastic hold and a really aggressive turnaround here from the Thieves.
Farming.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of tools that LA Thieves have, and the devs talked about a lot of them, why the dynamic is so good.
Yeah, the Thieves don't even want Hydra on the time.
He does things you really shouldn't do, push into spawn, open it up, make things weird, but you just have such a high level of trust in your teammates to be able to deliver in the mixing moments that you think you can bet yourself out.
They do
but
flip
the way
the
the play
spawn
develops,
for us here, so
Thieves end up making a risky play
have to break
and do
through.
get punished for it. So now Miami, ahead of the rotation, an opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, punishing moment indeed, but we'll see how the breaks go. On board with Real through the middle of the map. We're going to see
out of 160 teams, they're
towards the
guaranteed top
backside
20
of
at
new
minimum.
time.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
we're going to see the lead change here hopefully develop pretty quick. Nice off angle there from Rencor.
Yeah, and I've
Holds
heard
the
they've been looking
stairwell.
gross. They won
Heretics
3
now starting
matches
to
in
get
a row
that time
yesterday.
go their way. Lead change.
That's
over
pretty
super
fire.
Front door. You're going to find a kill or 2 here as Rencor picks up 2 more in the stairwell. No way the Thieves are getting through that one. Real now pushing the front out. Spawns in the back. It is perfect so far from the Heretics.
Yeah, beautiful moment. You do a little bit of limit testing against the Heretics and they punish you. And now Real actually doing the same thing. So there's 2, can't get the 3rd. And that was another sort of small risk being taken, but ends up paying off.
Not the
greatly.
best start for us
and
here.
Rancor gets shut down before he can get the Hellstorm, but all things considered, fantastic kill there for Heretics. So much so, they're guaranteeing the rotation
Really
as
close
well.
game.
So
Definitely not going to be
with
the
a
same
10-point
series we had
difference
against them
between
on
the 2
land.
teams.
That's for
And
sure.
Unfortunate for Heretics, actually, Hydra spawns in between them. So this play might get broken down, and they're caught completely unaware. A small moment of mismanagement there for Miami, and it hurts.
Oh, it's a stinger. It's that reckless Frenchman once again. We're soaking away time here. Immediate pressure onto Real. Spawns now on that side of the map for the Heretics. So if you
Scrap
keep
is
moving,
12 and 5. I didn't even realize he was
now. Ghosty watching
cooking
the
that
top
much
side.
already.
Perfect coverage. His teammate probably didn't even take any damage, and Rencor now cutting through middle map finds himself a couple more kills. Once again, back to his happy place. That man has been frying so far on the online side of things on Hydra. His 3 spree comes to a close. Last man left alive is going to be a red one over there by time, and that's going to be the Thieves on the scrap.
Good old Ghosty, team killing machine. Typically does it with the nades, but unfortunately the final errant bullet there to take his teammate down. But that was supposed to be
Miami will beat us there.
They win the rotation.
Ooh.
They don't handle the
shots from
spawns, and now they're down. And frankly, now they might be out. LA Thieves.
Those were really good shots from Dill.
On rotation, playing bully ball. Envoy, keeping him away.
Yeah, and the run towards time as well. Envoy, he dealt about 700 damage. Thieves with a little bit of control here, but we are seeing the Heretics in time. A little wrap now from Ghosty. These 11 and 9 is about to get a little bit bigger. Can we find a big pinch? No, we cannot. Metals, the watchful Guardian there on the back line. Beautiful stuff.
There we go.
Trades though complete. And what do you know, folks? It's mostly the Thieves on top, but Rencor, oh, his pinch is
Not
now
really getting
finished.
any
It's gonna
time
be
here,
super.
though.
Very much out of the moment for now. Not able to get himself towards that hard point, but the
Damn.
shots are
Good shots from
outstanding, man.
Super.
Take those kills, get that 3 dead, and try to find some of that hard point.
Well, neither team really has been able to find the hard point. Finally, Heretics actually make it inside, but that has just been a bloodbath around P5. So much so that nobody's still collecting. Real's trying to set yourself up on
there's
a
really
rotation,
not much
but,
time being
I mean, basically the entire
picked
lobby
up
is still
here.
squaring up at old. First set of rotations in, it has been a bloody battle in a 13-point difference between these two teams.
Second set is about to be a banger. This is usually where we start to see that separation. Who's got the greater legs? Who's got more in the tank to drive forward? Unfortunately,
team kill for us.
That's a really tough 3-down moment there. Heretics, the sprees were done as well. Super, that's a stinger, but we'll see. Because again, no one really able to capitalize on this time. The last 3 hard points have been so closely contested. That's why our lead is still so close.
And now maybe a moment for LA Thieves trying to run it up. Scrap is able to get 2. Hydra looking for the next set of kills. Reads are good, shots are good, and his team
This has
will
been
at least be
a
able to
really
get
close
into
hard
time.
point to start off. I'm
Again,
honestly
Heretics are always
surprised.
maintaining sort of like the correct side spawns
Heretics
that
are
they
good
want,
at
like they're ready
that
for these
respawn,
rotations.
or at least hard
You don't
point.
want to give away all this hill time. This has been a pretty well
But
orchestrated
I definitely thought
P1
the
so
Thieves
far
were
from
going
Thieves.
to come out swinging on this red
Sweet
card.
little setup there, but Rencor. We're watching Envoy dance
They've
on the outside.
they've kind of let the Heretics stay in it
He has
a
been
little bit
such a
here.
difference maker for the roster since he joined up. Heretics absolutely saluting the efforts of arguably our Rookie of the Year as Metals finds another. Thieves push back.
Damn.
Spawn's looking great once again for the Heretics, but wait a minute, Hydra might have ripped the beating heart out of them as he fights his way forward.
Well, Metals is the only one that even kept that interesting. Thieves is getting ready to run him over on rotation, and honestly, still might happen.
There we go, Dan.
Playing a game of tug of war.
Like that.
Ghosty's
I like
there
to
for
see
2. You
Ghosty
expect
shooting.
the trades to be rolling through from Super, but maybe a little too slow. Ghosty nearly able to heal up to full HP, and it looks like he got it. So yeah, Heretics. Metals trying to give you everything. You drop the ball.
Do flip the
30 seconds
spawns
to go on
though,
P2.
but we still have 30 seconds.
Hydra wiping clean what he can. Metals with a nice set.
There we go, Dan.
22 and 20 for him. Envoy 5 spree from within time. Very close indeed. There it is. Nearly to the Hellstorm. One more kill. A second
go.
or 2. We go.
Dan
Full
gets
streaks right now
streaks.
for the Thieves. 6 spree. Let's see how this goes.
What a sequence. 60-point lead in a mixy rotation battle as well.
Good to have
I mean,
that
Scrap's going to be
absolute
nearby.
Drake in the back
Oh my
pocket.
God, there is so many number 1s on the minimap. That is Hydra, the top side number 1. So we'll figure this
and
out as we go.
scoreboard
Either way, wins the
is
gunfight,
glitched
gets
again.
his team in the hill, and from Heretics, well, everybody's spawning out front.
AAA studio,
Free
by the
finds
way,
as well.
folks.
There we go. Envoy's
This is a
mid position
AAA
stuffed out.
studio.
Go see the next line of defense, and it's holding. He's bringing a kill. Oh, what a sweet nade.
Dude,
Brings
I
it
wish they
down with
could,
him.
honestly.
Streaks as
That would be
well.
kind of crazy.
Oh dear, heavy pockets right now as the Thieves are cooking.
Dude, Ghosty is shooting
They are
today.
in firm control.
I love
There
this
is
shit.
no looking back in Ghosty.
Hey, maybe him
just
getting
in his
that
flow
win just
state.
gave him
See
confidence,
the split spawns
bro.
rolling through, but Thieves are reading it. Ghosty right now, containment on the front
guy is
side and
turned.
wants to go back towards his friends, but his friends don't need help. His friends are winning every single gunfight, and he is just the cleanup crew.
Dan gets a first
Devastating
place,
on
and now the
red
kid
card in
starts
front of
shooting like
Miami.
this?
I
Oh
mean,
my
probably not
gosh.
enjoying the run it back. This is basically exactly how it went down at the major. It's just different Thieves players taking turns on who tees off on them.
And they are doing just that. While Real's going to get the late break,
I mean,
they'll have
having
to get themselves towards new
both
time over
our
the stage. This time,
ARs
Heretics
with
will not be
25
found
plus.
off the opening rip. They're going to have to fight
feel
their
like
way out
that's
of
always
old.
a great
And Scrap
sign,
is
especially
making
on a
them
map
work
like
for it.
this.
He's in the middle of the map. Oh, sorry, it's Hydra working through the middle of the map. Then once
Really able to just help set the
that's
pace.
so confusing.
If you see a 1, you know it's a good Slayer, all right?
It's just a kill maker. I'm sorry, he's kidding. Well, streaks land, and we've got the open side of the map now, so this is a perfect time to use it. 205 and climbing. Heretics. Oh dear, boys, we've got to get ourselves towards this one. Can we get involved? Can we get out of the 100-point club? And right now, the game will not end here. Real should get the contest up, and this could well be a break. Ghosty, yeah, gets in at the right time. Trade should be on point. No way, Real, Super stay alive. 3 dead.
Well, if you want to win the game, you got to win the rotation. And over
Are
on it, you see a couple
by
of
about
gunfights
100
rolling
here.
through. But
Dan
in
with the 30
feed,
bomb,
seeming like
almost
Thieves
2
just
minutes in time.
consistent in the slang. And Ghosty getting everything. So great scrap time. All things considered, you're able to get. But looking at the mini-map, Thieves just have the hill surrounded.
And look at the timing as well. I mean, they've got full coverage. Nade. The Super can't sneak through because he's been stuck. Ghosty, lovely start to the fight there. Hardpoint time taken away. This will be arguably the final hardpoint of the map, unless the Heretics can get themselves in there.
Well, Scrap's got BS&D unlocked. Metals doesn't even want a piece of that. He's just leaving, trying to reposition, go from a different direction.
Damn.
And it gets red.
Tough
It still
shots.
shreds them in the gunfight. Unfortunately, his team really just not here. They're struggling to win anything. They're stuck in a spawn. Blender Metals doing everything he can to play
Damn,
keep
Metals is
away.
getting every
He's
kill.
done his job. Give him the 3. And please, for Miami, someone get in time.
He was the only one to get a kill there.
Long
Holy
range
shit.
early aims. Here comes Envoy to pick up Ticket.
He's 31 and
It's such a
28. I
difficult
didn't even
hardpoint to get
realize.
any bodies onto. You've got to
Super
make sure you
is
take care of
struggling.
that. Long lines of
15
sight.
and
Get yourself onto
27.
cover.
You don't
Can't
normally
be
see that
pissed.
from him.
And
Good
Envoy
pinch from Dill,
pierces
though.
the entire back line of the Heretics. It will not end here, folks. I was convinced it would, but absolute battle from Miami to stay alive, and at the very least forcibly
Damn.
won.
Yeah, I mean, this is just
Just
phenomenal
farming 'em.
coordination as well. Ghosty just had
farming 'em
an
at this
incredible
point.
map 1, and he did that with over 2 minutes of hill time. And even the plays towards the end, he's the setup guy, allowing players like Envoy
Nice.
to go on flank.
Fantastic map
That is
1.
exactly how the
Fantastic
map
map
won. I think
one
that
from
might
the
have been the
Thieves.
exact same score as the last time they
That
played the
kid
red
Dan.
card. 251-36.
That kid Dan decided to turn
So
up
was
today.
Is that what it was?
So it was 126 at the major. It might have actually
I don't know
been
what it is.
36.
He just
Well,
loves
that
he loves to
until
body the
then.
Heretics.
An incredibly decisive opening here from the LA Thieves. In a day full of upsets and wonder for some.
Envoy -6.
Not a
He should
chance.
be dropped.
Thieves had none of it. They
Dude,
remembered
that's
their
what
place at
that's
the
what
top
it
of the
seems like.
league,
Some
and they
people
remember their
think it's
form
like, oh,
against
he
the
had
Miami
one
Heretics,
bad
a team
map.
that they have just
Let's
got
drop
dead to
him.
rights, especially there in the respawn. Really nice stuff from them there to start things off 1-0.
And got
Yes,
the
sir,
com,
Hood.
250 to 139
Yes,
was this
sir.
one, but that is, I mean, almost exactly is how the last one went down. And as mentioned, the Death certainly
Love
touched
seeing
on
my
it.
boy
of,
Dan shoot
Super
like
not
that.
necessarily enjoying the matchup against LA Thieves. You might
Envoy
wanna
the
stay
next
closer to the
kismet by
monitor.
going negative.
Everyone else, you can stay back away and you can see everything, but
I mean, I've said
painful
I
one
think
here
Envoy
as
is a
Ghosty
better
was
kismet,
dominant
like,
in the lobby.
like, truly.
Super on the receiving end at the
Damn,
15 and 30,
37
2700
21
damage,
with
but
2 minutes.
couldn't ask for anything much more. And when we look at the highlights, I'm assuming Ghosty's work that he put in on the P2 is really where you started to sort of crank up the heat, because before that hill pop, Metals popped a 3-piece, and that's when like guys like Envoy are trying to work in like flank spawns and all that. So Metals did a good job of sort of creating a 50-50 situation.
What, I said he had
and then Ghosty
37?
just took over.
Oh man, look at that.
37.
Oh, yeah. Second set, typically where teams who've got the sort of staying power or the legs to run home, they got it done. Heretics left in the dust there on red card. Start of this series, explosive indeed. Highlights, yeah, a lot of Ghosty. A whole lot of Ghosty, folks. This was the break towards P2 that he basically runs right through the front line. Hydra with the aerial plays towards back, flip and spawns.
Dan
cause all
just
sorts of
loves
issues,
beating
but yeah,
up
it's
on
not
the
really a problem if
Heretics.
you're gonna, put him in that spawn kind of spot chance, but the rest of the team knows what's going on. The
Could
rest
have
of
been
the team knows how
Envoy
to
going
react,
positive
so
in hill
it
time.
becomes an opportunity to get kills
I mean,
and
I
keep them
think
on
especially on a map
absolute
like
life
this, you
support.
like having an AR in the hill,
And some of these
just because
highlights
there's a lot
always
of
fun
really
to
long
watch.
sight
Some of the
lines.
best
So I
POVs
think
we have in the league.
I think
There's
it
your
makes
P2
sense
moment
that
from
Envoy
Ghosty.
wasn't
Then
as
he's
much
just
of like
shredding
the
players, hopping
hill
in
kitten
time,
in
and
this
he turns
one.
it into a spree that gives him the Hellstorm. So takeover moment was great. Some of the fluidity in the gameplay from Hydra, absolute spectacle. The fact that both he and Scrap were number 1 on the minimap just cracks me up. 2 best slayers in the game. It's nice, I would assume, for LA fans to have them on the same team.
Yeah, I mean, Ghosty's got to make sure that he and Envoy both make the sort of quote-unquote smart play and make sure that everything else is getting done, because you know those two are going to go out and find their kills. Hussey and a search and destroy now on its way, mate. How are we feeling about this one, Chance? Not a run it back from the last time they played, but of course, Thieves looking good.
I just think it's sort of like a sign of the times, in a sense. The fact that like Heretics are phenomenal on dealership. They got bullied out so bad that they're squaring up on maps that Thieves might be even more excited to see. So I think it's a painful moment for
taking
Heretics.
early
This is a
1-0
matchup
lead.
You're gonna have to crack this code if you want to win a tournament.
Holy shit.
And look,
Yeah.
I mean,
We have 3
it's 1,
players
2, and
in the
3.
SND
Like,
KD
it's
leaders,
the
and we're
3
all
best
top
S&D
3.
KDs in the league are 3 of the LA
gotta
Thieves
see- I gotta
players.
see where
they're the
Dan's
best
at
control team in the game.
here,
If
too,
they
'cause
continue
Dan-
on this form, if
Dan's
they just
up
lock
here.
down 2 of the 3 game
He's
modes,
gotta
I know what
be up
everybody's
here.
thinking, but they're terrible at hardpoint. How are they? No, dude, their numbers extremely comparable to Cold War phase. which is one of the most dominant years that we have ever seen in Call of Duty history. So tippy top. Obviously, this team does not yet have enough tournaments to
Those are
match
crazy
that level of
stats
success. But game mode for game mode, they absolutely got it. They got the right tools, and I mean, I mentioned at the major, Hydra might very well be the best S&D player in the world at this moment. Certainly, I'm not going to gun him, so it's up to someone else to take the title. I don't know who it's going to be, and based on that thing we just saw, it might be one of his teammates that takes the top spot.
Here we go to Hasi and
Then guys streaming them optic lasers getting in my head.
And again,
have you been watching the
absolutely the name of the game
optic watch party or the skunk watch party? Is that why?
At this moment in time, I'm a huge fan. A huge
Rent-free.
Yeah,
in all of our heads.
Actually, true. Actually, really true.
Saw a post on Twitter and it said, "What if Ken misses champs by 10 points and it's him winning that 1v2 on optic against LAT?"
We'll see if the Heretics,
that would be kind of crazy. Actually, I would have never thought about that.
Enough matches now. They've had enough, tough games. You take that many L's.
Him winning the 1v1.
Now Super is dancing all around, causing as many problems as he possibly
bites
can.
Him in the ass. That would be crazy.
Hydra might be in a position to get something done here, but no, it looks like he might just stay. Yeah, stay. Wait for the boys. Here we go.
Yeah, waiting for Envoy as well.
What is with Hydra's cam? You see that?
Gunfight to window and Rancor reads it. Heretics kicking the round off right. Got the bomb down. Man advantage.
Nice
no
Neptune
trophies. Made some damage
what do you
on
mean,
both sides. Scrap looking for the chow. Can't find it. In the meantime, well, he lost all of his friends, and Hydra falls as well. And Heretics do love a good B-bomb.
Don't want to hear about MW3 LAT. Well. They didn't finish bad. People act like the Modern Warfare 3 LAT was like awful, and in a rebuild year they finished top 4 at champs and the second at EWC. So
waiting for the push
really not a bad.
Heretics make the adjustment. They read the pinches as well. A tricky team to play against on Hacienda.
Literally a perfect.
Oh, got you flung. I didn't see that.
Every opportunity, man to man, that the Thieves threw at them. And this is the sort of theme I'm going back to. How well prepared are the Heretics? If you know what a Thieves, A hit looks like,
Heretics
how are you going to counter that?
Took round 1.
You have had enough time in the lab to figure this out.
That,
3 men through
that
the
first
middle
round, so I kind of missed that one. That's on me.
Right through mid, unspotted. Hydra, he is here for free.
Hydra did just sneak through, though.
Take a beat, take a pause, crack the door, and get involved. Or not. We're going to stay down low. Concussions going off upstairs gives you a lot of intel again as to where this is going down, and a commitment towards the A bomb site there now. There's almost no going back on this one, folks.
Kind of like this play from Hydra.
Yeah, you can't
just sit mid. Yeah,
they have everything covered. Like, you can't let them plant the bomb in that situation because their setup is just too good. Now they're gonna swarm. I mean, well, Envoy gets gunned, but outside of that, things are great.
No,
we do a 2v2
now.
Oh yeah, it becomes a 2v2. Ghosty full HP. Oh, checks it. Doesn't see metal. Scrap should be there for the trade. 1v1, 20 seconds.
Does Scrap have the ice?
Here comes Super.
Oh.
A fast hit. And 3 seconds to spare on the defuse. Miami Heretics.
I think Gil probably could have played his life a little bit there, but that could be hindsight.
I mean, unfortunately for Envoy, he had a player tagged up in dark.
Could be a little bit of
ends
hindsight.
up just hitting the pre-fire and gunning
3-1 LAT. Yeah, Hood, I kind of thought the same thing.
Super was left in. And
I thought this could be a 3-1. I figured if Miami takes one, it's probably the S&D. But I mean, the Thieves have looked really good on S&D too. So.
But I will just say that the setup on the minimap Thieves just had.
But we haven't really been playing Hasi that much, have we?
Through Fireplace, he had a player
I don't feel like we played it really
full flank, and they got the bomb
a
down
ton at the major.
Sort of nearby.
We played a lot of dealership.
That level of success, it is a painful round.
I feel like was kind of surprising. I didn't expect the Thieves to play dealership that much.
Their B hits incredibly successful.
But we played dealership a couple times. We played rewind a couple times.
We're going mid.
All of us go mid. Real does his best Hydra. A lot more noise made, but it might not matter. Hi-oh! Hey-oh! Gets himself a 2! Envoy manages to take care of the bomb carrier, though, so that being dropped to the ground now certainly makes this a little bit more of an interesting fight, but a 1v3 Envoy brought to his knees, and with that, it's 3-0.
Yeah, spectacular play.
Depends on how weird
well,
Miami get in map
no
2.
hesitation there from
Yeah.
Real. He's getting the comms from his team. 2 players out on
Definitely.
rock.
I mean,
there's already noise. No need to be quiet.
I figured this is
the
probably the
trades, and
one map that Miami
first one was easy.
kind of
Second
has the best
gunfight, pretty
opportunity
wicked.
to beat us at.
Metals
I
continues
think our
to be
our
on
respawns
point.
are really good, and
Shining light, I would say,
Miami
for Miami
has
in map number 1.
not
Metals is
been
looking
quite to
be
that
on
same
form.
standard. But their S&D has been really good as of
It comes
late.
around 4.
So
He's trying to get themselves into this. Trying
I
to
definitely
literally
figured this would be the
will
toughest
themselves
map
to life.
for the
Ghosty
Thieves here.
much slower here in the S&D. And this is going to be a square up, folks. I hope you brought your trophies. I hope you brought your stuns and nades. Scrap first blood. Metals once again giving you a little bit extra. Gets away with his life. For now, on the flank, Real finds one.
we get to
Immediate
trade.
turn and burn. All now down to Envoy.
1v2.
And where is he? On the pinch. And Heretics going to be able to read this. They have the bomb down, and they're pushing through. And now you see what the idea is. Number 5 staring at the bomb. Super going to be watching his back. Envoy, this is a tough puzzle to solve.
Yeah,
He's
this is
gonna
going to
put
be a tough
himself
one.
into the best possible position he can, but as are the Heretics. Guess wrong, die. Guess right. Have to win a very tough 1v1. Still has a frag grenade to play with as well.
Stun hits.
Heretics surely a 2-man push. But wait. Opening salvos. We're running out of ammunition in this fight.
I don't like this.
Here comes the challenge.
Oh, I love that play from Dill,
LA
dude.
Thieves get on the board, and what
That's
a
a great
round from
play.
Dylan Hannon.
Oh, it's got to be so nice just to be better.
That's another 1v2 for
13
that kid
bullets
still
left in
and
the
Envoy.
jackal, and the shots on point. And my
I wasn't down
just
the
got
schools.
played.
I
No
wasn't
reason
down
they need
the
to go and
Prince.
check that, but Envoy knows they're going
That's
to
a
push
great
out
play.
and try to stop him from planting the bomb. And I mean, they just fall into
How the
his
boys
trap.
looking? Been locked in
Making up for
to the
previous
Apex team all day.
attacking
Well,
rounds.
this is map 2.
Envoy
The map
clutches
1, the
once
Thieves
again.
started
big
off a
break
little
play.
slower. They didn't quite get
Playing it
their
close.
rhythm until about
Angle prone's one thing,
the
but
second set of rotations,
What a
and then they
great
pulled away
execution.
pretty heavily. Dan was
this time
shooting
round.
in
Last
that
round
map
was a
1.
blowout
He went
towards A.
37.
This time we get it done
I don't know
by
how many
Rock,
deaths he had,
and
but he
we
had
go
37
Envoy.
kills, 2 minutes in the hill.
They need to slow down the approach and
gosh.
the wall bangs that you could ask for.
We get the trade at
Brilliant
least.
work there on the trades.
Scrap was
still
shooting.
alive. For now, gone.
Dill was the only one to go negative
3v1 over on
in
this
that
side of the
map
map.
1.
Yeah, you got to get Super in the
And
mix.
then
Super on the
so
pinch
far,
right
the
away, making
Heretics
all
have
the
looked pretty
noise,
good on
and,
this
well,
S&D,
Super showed up
but
and he gets
I think the
caught.
Thieves are good at making
Had to get
adjustments.
one in that
So
situation for there to be any hope, and now Rancor left in hell.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There we go. That's two rounds back to back.
Incredibly swift rounds from the LA Thieves. And we're one round away from tying things up after what were incredible starts. The Heretics have brought their goods. Thieves have picked their pockets.
Rio, come back on my mama.
Was that Envoy that was
Hey,
hitting the wall bangs there?
I want to be upset by that.
Not in the final kill cam, but at the start of the round, yes.
The start, yeah, I was about to say, that's just a moment you start shooting through the wall, and all of a sudden you're one shot as you start shooting back, put fear in my heart, and honestly, might
Yeah,
have
I
been
thought-
the extra edge, because back those
I
players
thought Envoy
down,
had
and
that
Metals ends up
pick
getting
through
sort
the-
of left
through
out
the
the
wall
dry
there.
as the play develops. So
He was getting a ton of hit markers.
square up battle over towards B, and Thieves said, we like that.
Hey, Ghosty's
We'll do
brought it
again.
back to 3 and 4.
Yeah, that much damage
I don't
does
know in
leave you
3-star.
well at the fight and forcing you to scramble. Real hits a swim.
don't know if we're ready for
I
the-
don't think
the
that
water
frag
route
grenade
here.
caught him. So this could be a successful water route if he moves a little faster. But wait, the reads. He's in
This is
serious
awkward,
trouble
but
now,
yeah, he's
folks.
got to be dead there.
Can the rest of the Heretics now fight forward and try to take over some position?
Well, it's a 3v3 for a moment. Hydra's out of the picture, but he's getting in the mix now. But
Okay,
2v2
at least
is
Hydra
where
gets a
you're
trade
left
there.
with. Bomb is down, collected by Scrap. Two best slayers in the game. Can they win a round of S&D? Super, him and Metals.
They've both been great
this
in
game
S&D
mode.
as well,
They have been
so-
on form.
Hydra playing rear guard for a moment.
This is our duo that won the
This fast route towards A
2v2
is now
tournament
taking
to
a
start the
slight
year.
turn. Will
So
we go back towards B? That's the question right now for the Thieves.
I
They're
trust
weighing up
these
their
guys.
options. Any signs, any tells, anything whatsoever to work off of here? At the moment, no. So, oh wow, we're doing it. We're running to A. High ground is going to go the way of the Heretics. This might be an advantage
This
for
is
them.
tough, though.
Hello? Nobody home. 20 seconds. Scrap's going to go for the plant, but they are still close. And that is a problem for Super. Oh my god, the
No,
timing.
that
Did they see him?
timing.
They sure did.
Yeah, there's nowhere he can go. Damn, that corpse launch was crazy.
And that is the defuse. Miami Heretics play it slow and steady. Super sensible there against our superstars is 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, not as fun as like
kind of
confetti after
unfortunate.
you get a
Miami
kill,
had the read on,
something with
on
like
the boys
collision
there.
in this
Not much
game.
they
If
could
you're
do.
like up against a car or apparently a bomb site as well, and you die, yeah, you get sent flying. So a fun little stamp, but either way for Heretics, a 2v2 clutch they sorely needed.
I still
to slow
think
down the
a
momentum of
0-3
LA
comeback
Thieves
counts
and
if we win,
Super
you know,
Metals, as,
because we did
stated,
start off
very
down
strong
0-3.
in search and destroy and make a very comfortable and patient
I feel like
play there.
that's fine.
I think after you fall into the trap of Envoy, you focus up a little bit more.
Yeah, you stop. You know, but I mean, even then, did they make a bad decision? Not necessarily. They just slammed
this.
Yes.
What is this play?
Can we get a free cam shot of this? This is an ugly looking setup, but is it going to work out? The potential for friendly fire is staggering.
What is this?
Down low, Hydra rips the setup a new one.
I mean, they
Bomb's
do
gonna have
get
to be
the
recovered from the
trade.
down
That's
low
a.
side of lobby. There we go. Okay.
I mean, that's one of the plays of all time.
Thank you very much, team.
Envoy,
That is
free
one of
kill
the
for
plays of
Envoy,
all
right?
time.
He's gonna go on the
for
hunt.
sure.
It clears the space. Actually, juke just a little bit, but he still got the man advantage.
Oh dear, that was
That's
the last
another
man up.
kill from
for
Scrap,
Metals
though.
now in 1v3. Still was the bomb. This is spotted Ghosty. What a kill! Pixel perfect
They
play
doing
now. It's
something weird this
1v2.
map. You did call it. That was
Decent bit of
definitely
time
a
to work
weird
with as
play.
well.
I've never seen
Opportunity
anything like
maybe
that.
to isolate some of these gunfights. Scrap and Envoy fairly split, and the timing doesn't go either direction. Problem is, in the
Ultra
post plant,
duo.
it doesn't matter which site you
2v1
go
here.
to, you're gonna get trapped pretty quickly.
Not a single audio cue. Yeah, Envoy's going to move any second now.
Oh, never mind. Wow, Envoy gave it up, so they didn't trap him in.
Oh, wait a minute.
Stay up.
That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Lethal and tactical still available here for Metals. He's got to isolate this fight absolutely flawlessly. And he's left himself wide open. The snap has got to be there for Scrap, who's upstairs, and the timing has just not worked out.
Nice.
He's now a red dot on the mini-map.
Good teamwork
Slaughtered
there.
as the Thieves bounce back.
You know, if he's a little bit more patient,
Scrap is
maybe
on a
the
3
play will
streak
fall
with a
into his
plant
lap
and a
if he can catch
defuse.
Scrap, but I think LA Thieves doing a nice job of clearing.
Not sure where
everything
he's at on
anyway,
streaks,
so
but
opportunity there for the 1v3.
probably has a
but
car.
Ultimately, too
guess.
tough of a situation for Metals to be in, and Scrap gets credit for the final kill, and it does not get any easier than that.
Tough moment there for the Heretics. Metals post plant. Not an easy. I mean, two players like this, the Thieves they're gonna make you sweat for every single kill, every round.
You'll better bring that facial hair back for this
Tough one to do
this
for
next
Metals,
major.
but you still have the lead. You still have the advantage. Rancor certainly a little slower here compared to the rest of the players in the lobby in this game of Hacienda, but okay, that is a perfect position
good
to
shots.
start the round. Scrap on a 4.
Yeah, you just get ripped.
Here we go.
What a collapse and a breakdown. 2v4 instant.
Good round for
Real
the
and
Thieves so
Rancor.
far.
The double R duo looking to play for it, but as you pointed out, Miles, not giving away anything for free. Even in a 4v2, we're cracked out, we're checking everything, we're throwing shoulders, we're grouped up together.
This guy
Doing little
Hydra's
things
throwing
right.
crazy
all bases
shoulders.
completely covered in Hydra now. Looking to get his first. There's a little bit of damage there on the intel. Okay, spots out 2. All good. Nate from Rancor throws it
Wait,
back.
did he just
Yeah,
throw it
bounces
back at his
off
own
towards who he
feet?
stays right now. Real moves upstairs, a shoulder spotted out, but Ghosty not to be deterred on his job to watch the down low. But now
big win from
we called him
Rancor.
out for being a little slow. Right now he's made it a 2v2.
Yeah,
a
23
big win
seconds
for
though. You're gonna have to
Rancor.
do this fast, and you don't have a lot of intel.
Did Real
Real's
see
making
him?
it fast. Here we go. Slide under.
Oh, big win
win
from
Ghosty.
Dan.
Rancor looking for the immediate trade. It's not going
Nice.
to be there. The Thieves
Good
hold.
teamwork.
The Thieves equalize.
Yeah, the aims is OP, especially if you hit the headshots. I thought Real had that one.
I thought that was a
dialed in.
freebie for Real, damn
Instead,
near.
Scrap again, just alive for the final kill. Could have been a nice bailout. I think for Hydra, might have just bottled his movement a little bit. I think he's trying to hit the jump into the slide, and instead he just awkwardly lands right in their face. So small mistakes, but doesn't matter if you get the round win. And that's a few in a row for LA.
Oh yeah, he only did that move 16 times before those players arrived. So good. Hey,
Scrap
happens to all
9
of
and
us.
5, still
Even
looking real
world
good in the
champions.
SNDs.
Thieves momentum now very much in their favor. I feel like Rancor's got a bit of wind in his sails as well.
He's got that RC car out. You can hear it zipping around. Metals gets first blood
Found
though.
blood.
That's huge.
And they found the RC car as well.
And this is how Heretics love to play the B site, getting pushed up. They're not in office control, but you already see Real's over towards boat. Super might get traded, but it's bombed down, and the Heretics players are in prime position to clutch up.
They have got no eyes through the bottom side of the map. Ghost is going wide. Envoy playing slow as well. Okay, double back, get upstairs together. They're clearing out the post-plant position. But little do they know. Oh, no, wait. Yes, wait. Metals
I thought
again.
Dan was there with him.
Can he close it out here? No need. Rencor there for it. Heretics map point.
Yep, and Nate shot. I think he was correct about the RC cars. I know he had the worst Call of Duty of all time. It's saying don't use them, but I still don't like them. And I think Hydra just got isolated in bottom fireplace. Metals picks him up for the first blood.
I'm definitely not a huge fan of the
RC. So not
RC
only
cars
because
it just takes you out of the play.
It's also just like free space into your spawn.
But I also understand
that is
some
worst
of the
case scenario when the bomb goes down on B.
I love that play as well. I mean, leave office wide open. Plant for office, leave office open. Thieves are going to clear that out first. Especially because they've got an extra man to post up there, and the trap was set. Metals did have to win a big 1v1, and he does.
4-5 here.
So congratulations, lads. You find yourselves on map point, but now you find yourselves looking at a mean Thieves. The pinch was there
Super
from
gets
Hydra,
a first blood, but they team kill.
3v3.
Team kill for the
Renkor's
trade.
underneath him now, so he's going to be going on a pinch. Bomb planted at B, and Renkor is going for the hallway. So
Renkor.
He's got eyes on Scrap. Dead to rights, 3v2, traded out instantly because they never went for the plant.
Super RC car
and
here.
How we get to test the driving skills of Super.
Whoa.
Honestly, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Problem is, he might die here in a second.
Wrong side of the map.
Oh, Metals gets the first
What
blood.
was that? Is he...
Damn.
What? Game Heretics. We're going to control.
Well, not too upset. I figured this would be the map the Thieves lost, and I don't feel like they looked bad.
Special career. Metals, that looked crazy.
Wow. Think about it every night and day. He sent it from top window. Perfect peel on the guy on the bomb site. Was it Scrap that died? He's sitting there thinking like, what just happened?
Ghosty. It was Ghosty.
Was it Ghosty?
Sorry,
What just happened?
No shade, but like it happens.
No, what? What a win. And what a map. We were getting ready to roast Super on the RC play. But I like what he did. He detonated it immediately, got out of that fast.
I mean,
and
this
then
control, as long as we come out and we look hot in the control, I'm definitely not worried. If we struggle in the control a little bit, I'll be like, all right, what are we doing? What are we doing, boys? But
when he hits it, it's impressive.
And as you stated, Metal's having a great game. 9-5 over towards the end, but Super popping off in S&D, and that is what you love to see. So struggled in map number 1, absolutely got his back. And just to touch on the RC car play, you're absolutely right. It was perfect driving. Through the fountain, checks the bomb site, says that one's clear. Let me have gun up on this one. So perfect usage of the score streak that you get there. And we're poised up for a vault control, where last go around LA Thieves beat them down in a 3-0 fashion. So we'll see if Heretics can find the special something. And I think Super will be the focal point.
Well, guys, this is the way it goes in control. Every series with the LA Thieves, you kind of start up 1-0. Desk, is this the day? Is this the day of all days?
If I died like whoever just did the metal. PC off, bro.
I'm doing all the super fingers right now because I'm pretty excited about what's going on with Miami. Let's take a look back at what broke Chance's brain. It goes by the name of game number 2. And Search and Destroy got weird at the end, just when we were ready.
Maybe
for
Super is an S&D Slayer, not Respawn. I mean, he's good in Respawn too. I think he just had a rough
they
map
did a really
today.
good job early on. You know, Real's getting super aggressive through mid,
definitely
behind them.
He's definitely been good in S&D. I mean,
they started to play for
once
it, right?
they
so
picked
then
him
what
up, their S&D kind of
play the same way, but delay it a little bit. You saw them taking it easy. Then Renkor.
The other thing too is like Metals
huge
looked good
kill.
today,
and just in a lot of these like 2 versus 2s at the very end, just Miami getting together, playing the buddy system, gathering that information, whether it be through that RC car or just looping the map together. Miami just today in Search versus LA Thieves absolutely on
being a hater.
From 3-0 to 3-3. Walk me through the end, though.
I mean, I
how does
respect
LA
it.
Thieves take it? Or sorry, how does Miami finish it?
They're just a really good defense team. They're a really strong strong retake as well when it comes to Hacienda specifically.
I try to give
defense.
teams their
so
props.
This was their map pick. I expected them to win this. It was honestly Super being alive in all of those 2v2 situations that Ant talks about. He's a very good S&D player. I think every time we interview Miami, they touch on that. He's very good when it comes to comms, and he's very good at the decision making. So I think that's Miami Heretics. They're showing out when they're supposed to.
Yeah, we've seen their Hasi a couple times. They just have
he
these like
was out of that
situations
frame pretty
that they
damn
can put
quick.
themselves in often, right? Like where teams pushing A, it's like we know we can find the gap, get up top spiral, and make a play late. Same thing in their post plant situations. They're a good Hasi team.
Super, the IGL wins the search and destroy, but it's game number 1 we're going to take a look at, and Alley Cat is ready to scope in on somebody. What do we got?
I am. Okay, so this
I have
is
to
just
look at our
showing you
stats
like
on the
how LA
Hasi
is Thieves and why they are
S&D.
so much better at hardpoint than everybody else.
But
This is a little mix
like
of
I said
everything.
before,
This
I
is a
don't
mix
feel
of
like
really
we've
good
played
comms,
Hasi
really good
S&D like a
individual
ton as
plays,
of
and
late.
really good movement out of Dan Coasty being the Hill Kitten. So as we go right into it, it's important that I note, you see Metals in the kill feed right now. He just killed 3 of them. He just got a literal 3-piece going into this P2, and right now you still literally have LA Thieves soaking time. And so this is just the efficiency. It's a 20-point game, and we're gonna let this roll. Right now it's literally just Dan and Envoy that are going to be up right now. 3 players off Miami Heretics are off spawn, and then there's going to be LA Thieves getting that stage spawn. So first, Dan win an impossible. I mean, an impossible gunfight in that first one, excuse me, it's Hydra. He's gonna win the impossible. Now, the funny thing about this when you hop into the mini-map is this is Scrap. Scrap does the most useless thing that I have seen out of anybody right now. He's going to all the way backside wrap up to go look for mid while his teammates are left alone in Hill, and it doesn't really pan out the way that he was hoping it was going to. So I'm gonna hop back out of this. You would think Miami, they have the numbers here. It's a 3v2 on Hill. Hydra and Envoy combined for 2. Scrap kind of goes and throws his life away while Dan Ghosty is fighting literal hell in P2. So Scrap's gonna die in mid, but this is where I'm gonna stop you.
I don't really see why that play is
This
useless.
is gonna be Hydra. Hydra sees the situation, Scrap dies. He gets that comm immediately. What does he do? He's going to move up mid and he's going to pick this up. And for some reason, number 6 and 5 here from Miami decide to push through stairs and try to re-hit this from this front side like a pinch. And you can just see the comms from LA Thieves flow so beautifully through the map here once I hit play. We're gonna stay on the mini map because look at the arrows number 3 specifically. So I'm gonna play it. Hydra's gonna go and pick this up. For some reason, Miami's gonna try and push through the front. The instant comm from number 1, that's gonna be Scrap, spawning here, saying that they have back spawns in the turn from the players in Hill to completely wipe this front line from Miami Heretics is the reason LA Thieves gets this run, gets this full 60, and ends up winning this map. It is just beautiful comms, beautiful gameplay across the board.
I don't really
LA
see
Thieves,
how Scrap play was
useless. And even in like the Scrap thing, like they're just playing so Miami doesn't flip them out because they want to pin them in the back there, right? So just flawless execution there out of the LA Thieves.
I don't think what Scrap did was like a bad play. There was a reason he did it.
Lock in, buddy.
That's crazy.
I'm glad we get another hardpoint though. I love watching the Thieves hardpoint. I'm not upset about that.
He's an interesting person. I mean, I don't know any fans that have been able to have the opportunity to interact with him at events. I don't know how to describe it. He's a very interesting person. Miles, you're being real quiet over there. You know what he's like.
I was going to say, keep going. Let's talk Thieves, Chance.
Dude, I wonder how Miles gets his hair like that every day.
Well, good news, Chance. I think
like that's got to be kind of
we obviously have to update this graphic, but the right-hand side column, I don't think we have to update. First. These guys are the controllers.
These guys
Nobody controls control quite the way these
guys have
controllers
unlocked the
control it.
secrets.
Absolutely disgusting.
I gotta know. I feel like it's gotta be a Shane thing.
There's a very good
I feel like
chance
since we brought in Shane, we've been
2-1
insane at control.
And obviously it is somewhat of a map dependent thing. Oh.
Control.
I can't believe Carolina got around, you know? Like, damn. Okay, so we're staying on Vault, where that is 12 rounds.
How is it we always get Vault control as well?
On average,
is that just because it tends to be like everybody else's best control map too? So that like we kind of just have to run this against them? I feel like at some point teams would start saying we're not playing Vault control against them.
Honestly, as far as the league goes, I know the spawns, like Vault, let me tell you, it's playing so differently with this new patch. League might be happy for it because Thieves, they've cracked the code.
Yep. Code is now wide open. Source code has been leaked. But for now, not hitting one. Okay, I was
There we
like,
go.
it's good workout, but
3
then
dead.
the Thieves get 3 down and immediately push forward. Real done what you can to escape the trap, escape the devastating little spot you find yourself in by rugs over there, but not a huge amount of space gained. Envoy's about to feast on
Envoy
this
and Ghosty
get absolutely destroyed by him.
control,
Metals get
I
scissors as
feel
well.
like.
Okay. We're on, boys and girls. We're capturing B.
For how long though? There's one. Now there's 2.
Okay.
And everybody else running away because you don't want to deal with that. Try to capture it instead.
Okay, this is a lot. That's a good bit of work done there on A for a second. Trey's now down through the middle of the map, and here comes the Thieves. From there, defense of B to a near perfect.
Oh my God, scrap for
recovery
3
on A.
He's on a 5. Oh yeah, you give Dan a sub.
Ghosty
on,
managed to get forward for a
on
second
Vault.
longer, but Rencor, thank God, he's shooting a 6 and 2.
I mean, Miles, earlier we were talking about the setting of like we can forfeit in ranks.
Yeah.
Miami Heretics are going to battle back, but at a certain point, you just don't want to give them momentum. Like, if you're losing the map anyway, just don't let them keep the guns warm. Make sure their comms are off. Like, I just 1 and 4. End the game and let him just be 1 and 4. 1 and 5, honestly. It's going great.
It's going great. 27 seconds. Paused. Keep it going,
And
boys.
they're getting all the kills right now.
This, you get the zone. You're breaking the average.
Halfway through. Trevi in a weird place, but it's going to help out for the time being. You're getting A. You're getting it. You're getting
I do think
A.
part of the
Let's
reason the
go to
Thieves are
B.
good is because they're
Come on, Miami
like,
Heretics. Let's do this.
I believe
That's a wild
in the
map, too.
Thieves
Way
comms
sort of position
video,
around it.
I
think you have the
during their
opportunity. You get some of
control,
these kills,
they
you can make it over.
like
Obviously,
they
so
talked
much
about
easier
like
said
we're
than
gonna lose this
done,
point,
and
like let's just
Hydra
chalk
just
it
a
up, and I feel like
nuisance.
the Thieves
Super
do that
doesn't know where
fairly
he wants to
early
go just yet.
to
Not
where
supposed
they
to be
don't
zone.
kind of
Scrap
put
is there,
themselves
patrolling,
in
trading
as
out.
bad
Got
of
some pressure.
positions.
That's the good news. Wow, the win. It's a big one. Traded out immediately though by Hydra.
You know, maybe
Come on, man,
maybe
this
I'm
is
wrong
exactly
on
what we need.
that,
It's a
but
massive individual play.
I feel like the
Bad
fact that they're
news,
kind of
Ghosty
willing to
is
chalk
right
up a
back
position and
up
just say,
in
hey, they're gonna
your
get this.
business.
We're just gonna go kill them.
Okay,
Like
super.
we're
What a
gonna
win
we're
off
gonna
the
let
spawn.
them take
He's
this
also
point,
shooting really
and then
well.
we're gonna go
7
on
4.
and slay out.
That's a problem. 4 spree now for Hydra.
Yeah, you can just see Heretics are not prepared for this level of pressure at all.
Like they know
Not ready
they know
for
what's worth
Ghosty to be
giving
behind
up
it,
and
not
what's
ready for
not
Hydra
worth
behind
giving
it,
up.
and now they're just
I
having to
feel
spend
like
so much
it's the
time
best way of
looking
putting
for
it.
guys like Hydra that by the time you find them, you're already dead.
Yeah, look, this kind of tomfoolery, this kind of
I mean, look,
buffoonery.
now we gave up A, but
Team
we're
doesn't
gonna
get
win the
bamboozled
round
this
pretty
easily. 8
convincingly.
lives to 2. Heretics
You know?
are on the receiving end.
And it was because they didn't overcommit on A. They didn't let themselves go like 4 dead trying to retake a point that was already gone.
Thieves. Decisive first round, but congratulations on the A capture, Heretics.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, pumping up the average, or maybe slowing down.
You think
Thieves.
so,
But
Gold?
again, you could have ended the game if you forfeited with like.
Am I
Envoy
mistaken
1
on
and
that-
4,
on that
Hydra was
take?
1 and 5, and you could be like, guys, you're not even that good. We just didn't want to play ball control. And now Scrap has 12 kills in round 1, and they're feeling great.
Okay. Yep,
You agree
this
with me
is
though,
it.
right,
This is
Dexter?
how it goes. I mean, I don't want to say it. Like, yeah, we just fast forward this IRL, get the time stone out, and let the Thieves just run.
13. I mean, at minimum, we only saw the graphic of the most recent 5. I don't know how many rounds of vault control they've won in a row, but it's at least 13.
They're very, very good at this. They're very.
I
good
will
at
say
this,
though,
guys.
obviously offensively,
Sweet
like it's
nade. He
a
gets
different
damage into 3
situation.
players. This could easily be a 3 down. Ghosty's finally going to get the regen done, so now a little bit of pressure on the
Because
attack.
obviously you have
And
to take the
Metals
points, but
immediately
the Thieves do a really
towards
good
the
job
back
on
line. He's going to
offense.
get a freebie here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
How dare you,
I
jinx it.
jinxed it so bad. That was a catastrophe. Sorry, Metals. That one's on me, mate.
Miles, we've been talking about how this is the year
Which
of the jinx,
I don't
like it
know.
is on
Choose
cooldown.
wisely.
Yeah, nade with the
can't let it
RC
happen.
card.
Which I
to
don't
close
know,
the
like,
recently
what it is
maybe
about
off
their
Out Loud
offense
IRL.
specifically that
End
they
zone
do so
capture,
well.
2 minutes to play. Hydra from the hip. Oh boy. Can't get more of that life
Because
though.
even I feel like even when
Trades,
they get
gonna
wiped,
happen,
they
but
don't.
nowhere near the zone.
They
Good news
typically
there for the
don't
Heretics. They're
get
gonna be able to muscle up a little bit.
pinned
Oh,
in.
sugar. Here come the Thieves.
So I'm not
And
sure
Miles, you're the jinx.
what
I don't
it
know if
is
you've
that they're
listened to
doing
my gas thing, but
offensively.
I'm trying to jinx Thieves in this map so hard. I'm not forgiving nature.
Oh, yeah, you're not trying hard enough. You're not trying hard enough, okay? I need you to step it up right here and now. Let's go.
There's no way Thieves lose this map.
There's no way.
0% chance.
Real and Metals
Chance?
get there too.
Why are you
Envoys.
intentionally
Ooh,
trying
trade
to
it
jinx the
out.
Thieves? He does it
Super
almost
wins a
every
biggie.
time the Thieves play.
Scrap wins
And he's
crazy
casting.
dogfight there against Metals. Both players' feet were
Unintentionally.
above the ground. That's how it goes.
Maybe he has been
19 lives
doing it
either side, 130 to go. Chance 3
unintentionally.
dead Heretics.
Yeah, look at that kill feed and the constant pressure. Ghosty applying it, wants to go top P4. So all 4 players on Heretics, they can't cross this line, but they gotta win the gunfights out. They at least find Scrap and get him off the zone, but that is only one of many problems Heretics need to solve.
And you know they could, they know the double.
Damn. Hey, that's a 2-piece from Hydra, though.
Keep the kill life. Kills as even as you possibly can. Haven't closed out that B segment yet, so dip a toe, in and out. Yeah, try to bait those players. Try to make them fight their way forward. Real on a pinch. 5 and 13. He has been read and dealt with in every possible scenario. And Metals, nope. Hydra still fighting. Rancor suppressed. Might be able to push out and get the kill.
The teamwork on Thieves, though, on point. They've been very efficient with the trades, but a moment Rancor, non-traded. Gets the one, stays down, and you don't exactly have a massive life advantage, and it might not
3 dead.
last. Still balanced, though. 2 segments needed for LA Thieves, and they have plenty of pressure up towards this zone.
And they're going for it. The charge of the Thieves. Trades. Second segment on the way out.
Still gets active
Solo
on this
capture
B
for now.
point.
Envoy is dancing the good dance. The coverage from Ghosty upstairs. That's going to be that second seg in the bag. Here comes Real. Good timing. Bad timing. Envoy. Can he get another? Short.
I'm telling you, man.
Folks.
Dill is active on this B
of
point.
The Heretics, and they
He knows
are
how to
merely
finesse.
stats to be added to the pile for the LA Thieves in this game of control.
This guy's out
That's
here
incredible.
dancing on the
I don't know
point.
how intentional Envoy's movement there, but it looks to me like, you know, he doesn't want his feet to get shot underneath the van, so he'll stand next to the tire, but if he's going to be in the middle section, that's when he's like jumping. So he's just showing off some fancy footwork, and the read he had on Secret, it's like he can see through walls. Snap absolutely on point. LA Thieves in this game mode, they are beyond well, I mean, maybe not dialed in. They're so dialed in scrims that they can do weird stuff in matches, and it's just an automatic flow state.
It really is. And something very funny happening in the LA Thieves player room.
I know, Dexter. That's what I was saying.
2-0, as expected.
Envoy shaved the beard.
3-man hit.
He's gonna have to let it grow back out.
3 down.
I feel like he,
bad boy. Hopefully deal with the last
has
man
the
who's
playoff
left there.
beard
Envoy, he's gone. Okay, 2-man stack. Real
Like,
right into
whenever we get
position.
to the tournament, he's got to
the
let
first.
that. He's got to let that beard grow. No shaving.
Real, beautiful work. You buy a little bit more time. The boys are going to get A done. What a life he lived.
Plus Envoy can, well, yeah, you're just playing for extra kills.
Damn.
So, yeah, there you go. Envoy gives you 2, so Thieves are now back
See, like
in
right there,
control
we gave
of the
that
map.
up.
2 minutes and 15 seconds
But
for
now
Heretics
we're
to
in
work
their-
with.
we're in their
Phenomenal
cheeks.
opening break. Rancor sets him up, and his teammates knock him down. Now you're forcing out the P2 spawns, but a small mistake being made.
6
Real
just
has
slipped
been
through,
able to
though.
get the route through.
Hey.
And now he's made his impact.
Oh,
That's 2,
and now
make
we're
it 3
3
in
dead.
the feed. If there's ever a moment
Never
to win
mind,
a
that's
round on
not
attack,
ideal.
this is it.
This is the one. They're starting to believe. Nice nades. The old 2-man slide, the old shimmy bait and switch. What are you going to do? How many bullets do you have? You got players in the front as well as his teammates again dropped all around him. Real still on a lone man mission. Oh, look at this.
Oh no.
The classic switch. Real
just
keeps
finessed.
the play going. Another 3 dead.
Real just finessed like crazy.
Oh, he's been read as well.
this is it.
My good golly, it can happen. Real
good
down.
shots.
Ghosty through the front. Is it going to matter? Second segment long gone. 3-man stack. Miami Heretics get
Damn.
the round.
Wow. I mean,
that was a good offense for
14 round win spree from
Miami.
LA Thieves on it. And it took a lot of sequences to make it happen. Off the break was Rancor setting his team up. They knocked him
Real's
down,
play
and then-
was huge.
I mean, we saw the best play of what Real was dealing with. Players dolphin diving above him. But he juked him out in the perfect way. He had those 2 players sort of back art for a solid 10 seconds and just jukes him. Hops out the front, goes for the old re-pinch.
I don't know
and-
how he got away
I mean,
there.
in that moment, single-handedly, at least gets his team to the zone where I can't believe Rancor didn't get the best play because he popped a 3-piece on time. So whatever that means.
What, that was, I think that was honestly the best play though, Real.
That's game accurate, though. Yeah, no, the
Yeah,
game got
actually,
that one perfect.
Hydra's having a bit of a slower one, only 15 and 15.
Lives depended on it. Today we have Hydra's first blood. And Rancor continues to be a shooter here on Zavolt. Oh yeah, nice shots. Wow, and that is the aims. Ladies and gentlemen, Scrapdog getting that final bullet in. He's going to get a couple more here as he is dancing and diving in the inside. Swinging a miss there. He takes care of a fly. Doesn't take care of any of the Heretics players. As Envoy is going to keep this move going as well. The capture, the hip fire. Hydra, my god, he's difficult to kill.
Dude, there is also just no room to breathe. Whoever the last man standing is for Thieves, always good about giving you a little bit extra so their teammates can get back in a situation.
Maybe that's what it is. Thieves always do a really good job of like finessing their life.
10 seconds later, two segments have already disappeared, and the kill feed is flooded with Heretics players falling. Ghosty on time, cleanup crew looking for the final one-shot man. It's a pinch. He reads it. But Real does get the jump, and they stop the progress.
2 ticks
nice
already, though.
As well,
with still a minute on the board here.
To the front. Super's ready for this. Yeah, he is. Don't let that pinch happen. Your teammates have got the kill, so now Super's got to fight his way forward. Oh, dear.
Oh, Scrap was one shot.
Onto B.
Oh, that timing.
Once again, Super, he's having a good life here. This is good kills. This is a lovely map that he's controlling just by being alive. And Thieves are still capturing 8. Well, nearly. Not the woods yet.
That's crazy. Scrap gets bad timing, so let's Super through, and then the teammates just instantly restabilize anyway.
Should get the same point here.
So small window of opportunity for Heretics to slow
3
that
life
capture,
advantage.
but instead it's a minute and 35 seconds for Thieves to work with, and they got a 4 life lead.
Slow and steady approach towards that B zone. I say slow or steady, neither.
Dill on the van here.
Shaky.
Make things difficult.
Real and Rencor now from the outside. From one car to another, Envoy slips the net. What a win! There's no way he gets the second, though. Mills on the front. That's nice work.
That seems like it's Envoy's
playground. You are looking good, Thieves. Last man left alive, Hydra gunned. What do you know, folks? A minute 20, 9 lives for the Heretics.
And they are players love this route. Scrap's doing it. Ghosty's done it. And it just didn't get seen. Wow. No, Rencor checks it. Thank you, Rencor. Heads up on the awareness front.
I thought Scrap made it through.
2 life deficit in a minute on the clock is a decent bit of time for Thieves to work with, but they don't touch the zone. It could falter.
Yeah, how good are the comms, though, for the Heretics right now? You're managing to get a lot of damage into these players. Oh, but the timing. Gunny, though, Metals. Again, good trade. Still down in the life count, 50 seconds.
Yeah, and the pressure always here. Someone on Thieves always able to get behind enemy lines.
5v4.
Turn. You got to make the big play.
Here comes the hit.
Nice.
Oh, man. And Hydra.
Nice. Huge plays from Hydra.
Rencor,
that's
you're up next, mate. Hydra. Game.
Hydra just made the play right there. Make sure to close out one out.
Much in control.
Yeah, Envoy shaved the beard. At least he trimmed it. It's just like the
puts you in a blender, like
the scruff.
Because even that moment from Hydra, he didn't really have teammates up on the
map.
There
full,
wasn't a ton of
beard
pressure
anymore.
on the B zone, and Heretics, I mean, just rushing it to try to take care of Hydra like top art. And granted, it's not like they have a ton of time. It's not an easy feat, but I feel like you're just constantly in gunfights. You're constantly in war. Thieves always have someone behind enemy lines or trying to get there. And it just like, it forces you to adjust to that play style, and it's so difficult to actually find those moments to be able to slow down. So I think all things considered, Heretics played the map well. They were just going against the best, and the best delivered. Everybody positive except for Envoy, but that's because Envoy busy on the objective, right? 15 kills on the attack, putting in some serious work, but everybody delivers.
I think you're right. There's an idea that typically we talk about the blender or a trap you're in is one section of the map. It's your spawn.
What's the HP we got coming up next? Is it Hacienda?
The Thieves is this oppressive gameplay style where everywhere you go, there is a player in a lane offering some kind of damage, some kind of assist, some kind of pressure on you. It's so hard to deal with that. It's hard to do. So kudos again to the Thieves. It is a La series so far, folks. Hacienda Hardpoint, not been a bad mode whatsoever for the Miami Heretics, but you cannot deny the magic that the LA Thieves have got right now in their bag, folks. 4 straight maps in the grand final against Vancouver Surge. Now you find yourselves up against a squad who you have a nearly impeccable record against. They have taken maps in the past, but they've yet to find a series win against you. So, Chance, how are we feeling about this, mate?
I mean, again, if you're an LA Thieves fan, feeling pretty good. Hacienda was like a very sore spot for the team. The first like 3 maps they played it, and then they sort of solved that puzzle, cracked the code, and now they've been pretty fantastic on it. So Heretics certainly going to be able to put up a fight, but again, just the respawns. Like everybody has to be on point the entire time. Like it feels like against Thieves, very rare for you to ever get like a 4-man clean wipe, even at the control. Rencor's popping 3 pieces. Someone's just there to sort of keep the play active. and there is never a moment to breathe. And what we saw in map number 1 is Super struggling just a little bit about double negative. I think he did finish 15 and 30, and you just get slaughtered. So like you have to be at your best, and that is only gonna mean that you're battling on the map. But of course, Super did bounce back, had the hot hand in the S&D, super solid.
How we feeling
as well
about
in
this
control?
4th map
And
here,
certainly
chat?
the opportunity to force a map fight is going to be here, but where Thieves, you laugh, jovial, having fun, cracking jokes, probably saying something
Got
weird,
ourselves
for
the
sure.
Hacienda hard
Heretics,
point.
It's just a very serious and difficult moment to deal with.
I miss the CDO comms checks we used to do. Those were insane. I'm sure there's a couple
Trying
of
to
CDO
prevent
TV
the
moments
game
we could buy
5
from that content series, but yeah. Heretics now is more listening to the coaches. For the Thieves, it's just Hydra telling some insane story. I see Shane.
Mentioning the comms check.
What the hell was that?
We get
Dude, I swear, I wish I knew
the
the
matches. We'll run some highlights. I saw Scrap and
the
Hydra. Hydra's
match,
like whiffing shots, and
like
they're
the
just a team that's
qualifying
in a spot.
match
They just get to
comms.
laugh at each other and have fun.
Some of the
So,
stuff that they
a
just
lot
be
of
doing
duos
in
able to have
the
fun
cams.
as the ARs did on
I would
map
love to
number
know
1.
what the story is
I mean,
behind
Ghosty,
it.
MVP of map number 1 without question. 37 kills, 2 minutes of hill time as well. And what the desk was highlighting is his moment on P2. They basically converted it into a
1.76
perfect
in that
full 60.
HP. I
It's where
love
Ghosty
that
popped
for
off
my
and went on a
boy
6 spree,
Dan.
getting the Hellstorm, getting absolutely
Hey, that's a good
Ghosty a monster.
that's a
on
good
this
set of stats.
Absolutely map 1. But that was then,
For-
and this is now. Redcon and Hacienda, different kind of maps.
For
but
my fantasy team.
punishing on the rotate.
Feel like
Texture
everybody's
breaks,
kind of been
especially if you're the
struggling
Heretics.
on
We are expecting
my
to see this
squad
one.
recently,
Yeah.
so that's a good bounce
It's
back.
been great. This is how it's gone against Miami alone. Those are some solid score lines. Outside of the vault, nothing really that close, chance. Hacienda maybe.
The Hacienda is the most important one to pay attention to. A 43-point win is decent enough for LA Thieves, but the type of map that you can look back on if you're Heretics and say, okay, we can absolutely make the improvements, clean up this one
So
specific
we
thing
seem
on
to have
rotation,
Heretics
win
number
this
in
one extra
these
gunfight,
hard
and,
points.
You know, you can turn the tides of a muddy hill. So I think the potential is absolutely there.
Want some
my mind.
good energy.
I want to say Metals is
From
the
the
key
Thieves.
player because he can be the hot and cold one, but he's been on point. I'm expecting him to do well. I think Real is who I would have the biggest question mark on for Heretics, but if he fries, they'll be in a good spot. And how about that opening break?
Well,
that is instant Heretics.
It's a good
kill 'em
opening
all.
break for
That could not
Heretics.
have been any cleaner. And now Real with the pressure
Hydra
towards
spawns
Molly.
out.
No flip. Hydra's going to be on a big old route. And that's just to stop time. So an early 15 going the way of the Heretics here. Hydra not thinking about hardpoint, thinking about getting his boys map control. Still those
Damn.
spawns for the Thieves right inside of the minimap. They're looking good for P2. 20 to go.
Gotta hold these
Airborne
spawns.
kills if Heretics been able to get in there.
I don't know if Dan's
That's
gonna
a
be ready for
P1.
medals.
That might be one of the best
Oh.
P1s we have seen this year on Hacienda, especially off the jump. I mean,
They're
gonna
winning
have
all
a
the rotation
30-some-odd point
gunfights,
lead.
too.
They're winning every single gunfight. What is going on?
Not not a single one.
Dilla's starting off 0-4.
Set up now. Through well. Dry for the
Damn.
Thieves. Rancor on
Rancor
a
is
5. Middle map
missing.
now.
God.
That's where you go to next. Through side door, trying to hold it down. Envoy finally stops the bleeding for his squad, but 50-2. Real gets beat down to the end, but a nice trade there, and again, non-stop aggression. The Thieves, this is an unbelievably costly and a blood-soaked attack towards P2.
I mean, to
Hey,
be
yo,
blunt,
we're
this is a
minute and
bad
half in
start.
This game. They're
This is a
already
bad
up,
start
like,
for the
12
Thieves.
kills in the slaying column. This is ridiculous.
said we needed the
Finally, some
energy
trades
coming
rolling
into
through,
this,
but
and-
it's a battle for scrap time that Thieves needed.
and Super
And
gets
Super
3, bro?
slamming them
What the
with the
hell?
3.
What are we
Okay,
doing?
we gotta. What is this gonna be?
let's
like
reset
a 90
here, guys.
point lead going in a new time. As good as it gets for Heretics.
We gotta lock in for this
And
fences
now
though,
with a lead like
because
this, you can
we
really take your time on the
struggled.
brakes. You're in absolutely
hill.
no hurry. You could trade away an entry 20 seconds to set yourself up towards new. And Rencor already finding picks on the entry. Looking to maybe trade these kills out, but just a mediocre break, and they're still gonna have a large lead.
Super is a stun away from a Hellstorm as well. If he goes down here, that's going to be a problem. Looking for an assist. He's looking for anything right now. Oh my god. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat. We've not watched someone
Don't
go
give
the
it to
streets
him.
like this in a while. He
Don't give
wants
it to
it
him.
so bad. Hydra's got the cover on the cross. Don't do it, Super. It's a trap. Oh, he's a beast. Give him the streaks. 5 spree into time. Get the break. Can you find it? Here come the reinforcements from the Thieves, and what a play, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
Hey, I was saying it.
Right now from Heretics,
Super
shooting
is
like that, you're going to be in
Super's
final
good,
form.
man.
And now you got the Hellstorm that you're not going to need for the setup because you're just like you're comfortable sitting in corners in the middle of the map, free and clear on rotation. And Thieves don't know what direction to look. Obviously, a P3 that is ultimately a good thing for LA Thieves is they get 40 points on it, but still, they got a long way to go.
I mean, they got the numbers for the break here. Rancor, if you get 2 out of this, oh my god, that would be something else. Real, nothing there. Super, you got to go Grande, my friend. And what do? You sure get it.
Oh,
2 HP.
Metals gets the
Nades are up. Metals with the perfect coverage, and the Miami Heretics
We are
do
getting
not let go
Kentucky
of rock.
fried right now,
And
fellas.
you better not accidentally call on that chopper. I don't know how pros have those on. I think they have to have 3, but I would just be so scared to hit a wrong button.
Be very careful. You press the down arrow, and you just make sure that it's in place. Oh, the old snap onto the second man as well. You can barely see him. Super living on time. Rancor with the coverage over by range. You've got no problems whatsoever, lads. This has been a disgusting.
Dude, Rancor gets
point
3.
for
Oh
Rancor.
my god, we are just getting slammed right now.
I mean, this like even long term
This looks
for
awful.
Miami Heretics, I would say is a beautiful moment right here, just in terms of confidence. You keep getting bullied.
We don't
on
have
hard
anybody
point,
in the
you lose
double
your
digits
ability
yet.
to lead, or to believe, I should say. And right now, 100-point lead in firm control. Rancor, this is the second 5 or 6 spree
bro.
that he has gone on. He's been spectacular. Super. I mean, these two guys, look at the stats. I can't do the math. 32 to 13 right now in the kills column. Heretics, final form.
Madre de
I mean,
Dios.
what the
Let's
hell
go for a listening
happened
with the
to
Miami
our
Heretics.
HP?
Vale, escuchadme. Yo intento muerto.
Arriba derecha rojo y
Hey, at least PCA just hit a 3-run bomb. This guy's on fire.
Ahí no atrás del pozo, ahí no atrás del pozo. Están en el blanco muerto para acá. Dale, arriba derecha. Estoy jugando, voy a tomar es solo uno, tranqui.
Tienda de frente al
Me
siguiente.
tengo antes de
Vamos, lárgate.
Deberían hacer pozo, podrían hacer el frente.
Muy tocado en el Lambo.
Este es un tiro, bro. No ven a rajo, Están jugando los 6, bro. Muerto. Otra del lobby, ghosting. Está saliendo para atrás izquierda, creo. Renko, te puedo tirar un. Sí, espera, Renko.
Oh, my bad, Gold.
Estoy jugando frente. Voy, muerto. Atrás, curva, del lobby. Vale, ghosting, sí, pues espérate. Puedes jugar para atrás entonces.
My bad.
Vale.
Yo creo,
Vale. Pues escúchame, pégala.
Hay uno por aquí, Cloud.
Ahí está con...
Hey, Hood, I've said it before. You can't have a comeback if you were never down, you know what I'm saying?
Vale, pues
Scrap just looked at that missile dead in the face and just took it. Be down by about 100 again.
Estoy jugando para el fondo del siguiente, ¿vale?
Están metiendo por pozo para el siguiente, ¿vale?
Están haciendo la línea, vamos a limpiar las cosas
Voy a
juntos.
pinchar pozo ahora, ¿vale?
Al fondo,
Muerto, estoy una bala,
Tomamos tu equipo y bloqueo.
Abajo office te va, iba Paco, tú.
Está al fondo
Sí,
conmigo,
fondo
es que
derecha,
pega la
office.
racha.
Sí, pégala, puedes pegarla. Están dobles, Scrappy. Está full stun. Aguanta mi meta,
Tini fondo, plaza.
Uno en plata arriba, uno office y uno en team. Dos plata,
Sí, tengo secret chat, Carrito, Paco.
Y otro más plata.
Espera. Y otro puta, aguanta, fondo.
Here we go.
Voy a pinchar doble,
Get some kills going our way.
Doble, muerto.
I won't spoil the game for you. Cool. Keep my mouth shut.
Buena comunicación de la Heretics, but ladies and gentlemen, 2 Hellstorms snuffed shots.
I mean, hey, it's good tech. You got the kill in 10, and they turn into breaks, but they don't turn into incredible breaks, but that is the moment. You gotta win the rotation because you don't have the Hellstormers for it, but they win the gunfights, and they don't need it. There's a pinch developing, but Rancor, by the looks of it, reading it. He gets one, and he forces the team kill. Rancor is
We're
got
getting
this map.
smoked right now.
200 now
What the hell is going on?
Yep, we have jinxed them big time. Not even you and I could jinx this one. Side door cut down. Lambo cut down. Metals. The
This
iron
dead
is
ass might be
hot
the worst
and
our hard
he
points
is
look all year.
striking. Now Next wave of attack from the Thieves.
I mean,
it's a
Scrap is 15 and 22.
One front to deal with. Medals gets the damage in. Here comes it. 25
Deal is
seconds
12
to
and
go.
20. Like, we're just not shooting
Hold 'em
back.
off. I mean, honestly, like, the Thieves are happy for the contest time because they don't have the control. Heretics are happy for the contest time because they can set you up for that 100-point lead. This is
Are we getting ping cheese right now?
Sugar.
Like,
Plum
what is
Fairy.
what is
Wow,
going on?
Super. No way he gets this. Thank God. Real does though. Oh my word! It is just.
I mean, this is another one of those maps where everything is just a two-piece from
The game is
the
not yet, though,
Heretics.
but this
At the minimum.
it could not smell more of a game 5 if it tried.
Yeah, I mean, 120-point lead. Maybe they're just happy
All right,
to
let's
see
lock in,
Hasi.
boys.
Too many dealership jokes, and we saw how the map 2 went, so...
Let's get ourselves
Right now,
a
trying to make
crazy
something
comeback.
happen. Squaring up for the break. Scrap overwhelmed and trapped in. Taken care of. Number 3 Envoy on the time is a little bit of help from Ghosty, but not nearly enough. This should be it.
That's
Collect
3
the
dead
final
again.
few and send us to a map 5.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
Everywhere.
We
They're
just
everything right now. Heretics.
we
what
just
a
shit the
map
bed.
This has been. Kills the bottom to
This
slow down,
was
but that's only
bad.
because the Thieves have managed to pick up something. Super!
Yo.
What's a 3?
Bro, deadass,
27
I'm
and
telling you, we,
13.
like,
he said, hold my
our
side,
comms
we
just
are going
non-existent?
to a game
We just got pissed
5.
on.
Oh my word. That's the Heretics you know and love.
Yeah, and like... It probably, we were convinced at this point for how good
mean,
Heretics
this
have been that
series
Super is the right
went
call
from
for the team,
a
but
3-0
that's
to
not
a
just
game 5.
Dear God, this kid can play. I don't know what.
All because we
Spectacular
lost
performance.
2 rounds
I mean,
in
him and
SNB, bro.
Rancor just taking turns, teeing off on LA Thieves in that moment. And
Kinda
just straight up
crazy.
bullying them out. The opening break was perfect. Transition and like the rotation of P2, they lock it down and you just get double hellstormed up and it allows you to play the game in such a freer way. So that is utterly destructive. But yeah, Super 27 13, 11 assists, 3,200 damage. Rancor absolutely there in the slaying department. And it's not as if Metals and Real were having a shabby performance. There was just only so many kills on the map. Is that, I don't know, that's got to be one of the Thieves' worst hardpoint losses on the year.
I think
Not that that's like atrocious, but like...
No. I think there might have been worse ones towards the start of the year. Maybe the optics. I'm not sure. But that was a good one. That was.
Well, outside of the Scrap going 6 and 20, whatever the hell, on the first ones. But
outside of that, I mean,
6 and 19.
Okay. We end the series
that was
on
just
Rewind,
bad.
Search and Destroy.
That might
ladies and
be
gentlemen.
one
What
of the
a day.
worst-
What a sexy
One of the
Saturday
worst
Call of
hard points
Duty
we've played all
action.
year,
What's
and
amazing. This is it. Go to one more commercial
Probably the
break, and on the other
second
side of this
worst
one, game
Hacienda
5.
hard
Luego
point.
luego, what, cinco después del descanso. I can't speak
Espanol.
I no hablo español, but boy, do our players. Let's get it.
I mean, them having like 1,000 streaks.
The Esports World Cup is
definitely
an official partner of the
helped
Call of
them out
Duty
there
League.
because the Thieves started to make some
Upgrade your game
waves,
with the
and
Scuff,
then
the
it was
official
like,
controller of the
all
Call
right,
of
let's
Duty
just
League.
call in one of our 5 streaks.
The Call of
Which,
Duty League is brought to you by
I'm not
Monster
trying to make it
Energy,
seem like,
the official energy
you know,
drink
they
of the
didn't earn
CDL.
the streaks. They earned the streaks, but if we would have prevented them from getting those streaks, I think it would have been a lot closer. They were able to just instantly break us a couple times because of the streaks. Got to do better at not letting them get that. Hey, maybe the Thieves are trying to lose their first online match so that way they don't have the title of onliners anymore. I mean, I know we won on LAN, but now it's like, hey, we won on LAN. We're not onliners, you know? Or I think it's we're trying to get this, you know, we're possibly trying to get this loss out of the way so that way we can go on and win the rest of the qualifying matches. To then go back on the LAN and take ourselves another championship.
Look at the route that Shotzi's taking, shutting down the entire.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look at Ant on the minimap.
Depending
Guy's
on
an
what the
absolute
timing
butt
of this
cheeks.
looks like, Mac gonna go for the
Waiting for the
immediate
elevator,
plan,
he's
but
patient.
We've got 3 different floors worth of areas to explore your shots, now the time starts to tick against Optics defense.
And I don't know if Sib got a sound cue that potentially someone's coming in the elevator. I guess not. Here he comes. Shotsy on the pinch. He gets it. Someone's playing towards top window, and unfortunately, Sib, you just were not ready.
To forget about him and instead try to play for the quick retake up the middle inside. Well, he sees a lot of it, but not able to find any kills. So now Kleenex, he's really far away with the rival 9 at the moment. He's going to wait for Envoy to be the first one to move from the flank. Smoke is out. Envoy to check. No one's on the bomb, and Envoy holds his position a little while longer. Oh my!
That's a crazy win from Hydra.
It is not the Ravens. It is a Phoenix that has risen from the ashes here at the major. They take flight. They break the curse. London can finally weep tears of joy and not despair.
Right, champs is solidified. Now it's about getting that championship. We know how that momentum can get you.
Kind of crazy that we do have 2 out of the 3 best CDL trophies. The only one we didn't get was this one. That squirrel with the diamond nut would have been kind of lit.
The 2025 LA Thieves team pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators, as well as this spray, which is perfect. So get it, meow. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop. Ill Kittens were not purring in that last one for the LA Thieves, but we go back to Assertion Destroy and we run it back on rewind. Oh, chance. What a day of games.
For real,
what a
babe.
series.
They got to lock it the fuck in.
Is it another upset? Because as far as I'm concerned, a Heretics win is an upset.
We trolled that last map.
Okay, am I eating my words on the day of upset?
Maybe.
The Jinx made it to the casting booth. Well, the interesting dynamic for this map 5, the fact that we're seeing a rewind. LA Thieves chose it, and that's because Heretics allowed this to happen. They did not want to deal with the dealership, and well, we'll see Thieves on one of their better maps where they have tech. We saw earlier a lot of wall bangs rolling through both Scrappy and Ghosty,
you and me both.
Ridiculous damage output. Of course, for the best of 5s in the map 5s, fairly comparable record. It's actually, I mean, it's neck and neck. They're right next to each other.
Great, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, as close as we can possibly get to a superb show. To rewind, we descend, and super.
Well, this is the last map.
He sits so far back. I'm sure he can see all of his teammates' screens. It must help with chemistry, where he's able to sort of subconsciously take into account all of their gameplay at the same time as his own. It might be the wave, Chance. It might be the wave.
He's the one human using 100% of his brain at the same time
to play COD,
soaking in 3 POV. He doesn't have to listen to his teammates' comms because he can just see what's happening. He's tracking everything.
He's like Q. He's like the observers.
Here we go.
All those
Round 1
at the same time. And he has to make great decisions based off of it. A good decision now from Hydra is not to just fly into that bomb site. But Envoy, hi!
Nice.
Shot through walls. I'm calling it. Yeah, Envoy and Ghosty raining bullets through everything.
Oh, wow. Metal's nice bounce back. Doesn't get the bomb planted.
Now.
They've stopped pruning the bushes, and now they're about to bang out the site.
Scrap another
somehow
pick, though.
finding a kill there. Renko on the trade.
Gets traded out.
2v2.
Scrap, by the way, with the wall bang kill. Just going to keep track of those. And Envoy
does
with
not
the
get
worst
spotted,
timing
but he also did not
and that
see
is going to get his
Super
teammate
and
potentially killed.
And
that means Dan might be dead.
Some stinking, stinking timing today. Good shots though.
Yeah.
1v1. Mano y mano. Nerves of steel. And straight shots. Aims
who's your money on?
Jackal.
I got Envoy.
I've got Super. And it's close. 20 to go.
Super makes the play.
Yeah, he did.
Super shooting bodies. That's kind of crazy, brother.
He has been unbelievable in the clutch, but Super with the
it's only 50 degrees in Indiana.
Expects Envoy, loves the pinch, patrolling the outer route, and ends up being a perfect read. And okay. We're getting excited,
Gold. It's because he got rid of the beard,
double
man.
birds on LAN. A man who's not afraid to let his opponents know how that one went.
He's got to keep that beard. I'm gonna have to tell. I'm gonna have to tell the Envoy parents they got
the last player on Thieves whose body I would shoot.
They got to tell Envoy he can't get rid of that beard.
Great snap. but regardless, this round ain't gonna go the same way. Envoy, he shot his body, and the trades are now rolling in, and that is a 2v2. Scrap on a big pinch. He might be in position here to go wild, but he might have also been caught out. Shenanigans on the other side of the map. Ghosty runs through a plate glass window.
Well, I mean, they're just in a pinch. Super's actually in a really good spot. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Nice.
Oh, nearly. 1v1.
Dan, 1v1 against Super.
Who's your money on? Super.
Oh,
cash. Miami Heretics 2-0.
Holy smokes, dude. So clutch with 1v1. Dude, even in the, like when things were getting mixy over towards the site, him like backing up into gens and putting himself in a corner, perfect play. Because Scrap was working on the pinch. So Super, incredibly heads up gameplay. 5-0. 2 different 1v1 wins. Didn't shoot bodies that time, but either way, a hell of a good round. These have been some crazy
we don't have
wins
to bet.
coming from Heretics and Super in the reads right now.
He didn't do that on lane, at least not against us.
I think you might be buying me dinner at DreamHack, bro.
Yeah. Might need to buy you too.
It's Super versus Ghosty. One of the more extreme gunfights you will see in Black Ops 6. Ghosty might be making it even more wilder, but for now we are lining up on the inside of the A-bomb site for the Thieves. We could be looking at a plant. Yeah, here we go. And Super reinforce the site. Not going to work out. Hydra first blood.
And we get bombed down.
Yeah, trying to swarm, but now you're just going to be forced in through a choke point. Real clearing space, and they found
Yeah, we
nothing.
do have to play phase tomorrow.
So close to it as well. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I love this. Hydra eats the Semtex. A little sticky situation he finds himself in, but the clock is ticking and it's burning red.
And Hydra, he can feel the no pressure. He might just hit a repinch here. It's perfect plays. Super gets an extra one, but finally he falls. 3v2 for Thieves, and there's just simply no time. You're cornered up, you're creddied up, and well, now you're gonna be dialed down. Thieves get the first blood in the post plant.
There we go.
They make the perfect plays after the fact. Hey, they might line up, but they got the kill and they get the round.
I will say though, I'd rather lose to Heretics than lose to phase.
And it's the comms, it's everything right now.
If we need one loss to be able to win a tournament again, I'd rather lose to Heretics than lose to phase.
It's also good trust for the LA Thieves players when Hydra's like half HP from the Semtex hiding. He's just trusting Scrap to look over him, like sort of, I don't know what to call it, from the armored truck, like the hole in the
I want to beat phase every time we play
so
them.
Hydra just knows he doesn't have to tweak out, reads the intel, and goes for a repinch. So good Call of Duty, good trust in teammates, and Thieves are on the board.
They're going to have to bring the heat tomorrow against phase, that's for sure.
Cracked up there on the inside of the A-bomb. The rewind, was it the replay video store, whatever it's called, is now very much all Thieves. Real looking to take some of that real estate back. All to his left. Now he knows for sure. Backs up. No space gained, but no loss either. Uh-oh.
Remember that, Super?
Yep.
Good shots from
Back
Dill.
to back.
Oh, that timing.
Tags in a Real as well.
Get out, get out. Nice.
Look at that angle
Good
position from Envoy, managing to get away with his life. Trades once again, but he is now a problem that Real is all too aware of. Not the problem he had to deal with, though, as Redcore finds himself in an impossible scenario, and he will be felled as well. Thieves back to back.
It's supposed to rain tonight.
Back-to-back rounds where they also get a
get
clean
canceled.
first
Oh,
blood,
yeah.
which is to say, not
That's
trades.
tough.
Envoy wins the gunfight.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't rain
he's
so that way
responding to the pressure.
they don't get canceled.
He's getting
But
active,
yeah,
but he's also
if it
just finding
rains,
the exit route through the courtyard, and the players trying to hop over the wall. Well, Envoy's teammates have
Rain and
covered.
baseball fields don't
Hydra
go
there
well.
for the final
so.
stamp, and I think he might have had a 2-kill round there. But Envoy just sets him up for it. I mean, switching to the AR as well.
I do feel like you could probably play
kickball
kickball in the rain,
players. My God, that gun is good.
I'm not saying you
We'd love
should,
to
but
start
I
a
think
narrative, or at least
you're more
have a
likely
conversation
to be
about
able
this.
to do that than you would be baseball or softball.
No nades. He's going to walk into this part of the map relatively uncontested. A little late there on the display
I mean, just
from the
taking a
Heretics,
lot
but
of space here.
that means that we are doing it over by B, gentlemen. We're doing it. It's going to be day. There's going to be a lot of bros over here, and the trades are not found. 4v2 Heretics.
I don't know how I feel
We're
about
still
that.
a B.
Yeah, huge win by Real. Had the right gun for the job. Ghosty
gets
finds a pick. Envoy and him working together. These are two extremely clutch players. Problem is, you're just sort of tucked away in the depths of spawn, and Heretics, they have grouped up together.
What happened to Raincore? That was weird.
I don't know if they
yeah,
saw
there's a replay on
Dill
that.
there. They're right
Ghosty.
next to each other.
Slow peek. Pies the door, nobody home.
Oh, that timing is insane.
25 to go.
We don't have a lot of time. We gotta go.
The Heretics players too. They haven't seen Envoy in so long that they're just watching the flank.
Hey, good idea.
They should be good though. There's no way you get this bomb down.
There's no way. Spotted. The coverage.
Oh.
Ghosty's good. Pinch is done.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah, we just took way too long that round.
He
Way
got
too
shot.
long.
Ghosty was standing on the bomb and he was running across like courtyard. He was like going down our street. He just got caught. He got
Damn,
shot.
traveling to Ohio to play on the national team?
I missed the shots.
That's kind of sick, dude.
Missed the kill feed too. Amateur.
That's kind of dope.
Not an amateur. Metals.
I didn't even know there was a
You
national
take that
team
A-bomb
for
site well with the
kickball.
numbers you had. So even though you've got Ghosty picking up that initial kill, you got the time and space for the trades. Good stuff, Heretics. That was a very, very dicey round. Good work.
Well, the
to stay alive that
LGBTQ
long. You need to
national
make a
team
case
from
for it. But
Indiana.
1 round lead. Here we go.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Rencourt, Motormouth, and
Still
the comms
though,
as
I mean
well.
that's
Him and
cool.
Super having a little conversation. Real, we can see his role and responsibility, taking care of Zig and Hydra, maybe tagged in, but able to get out with his life. And frankly, perfect movement, because that nade would have landed on him, so instincts deliver.
Nice.
And it gives you the first blood.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Is that a stick? No, it's not. But it is a Metals.
getting all the trades
was
there. That's good.
but
And we have
no
bomb down.
kill, Rencourt. You might be able to make this a 1v2.
Nice.
Or not. Fast forward to the next round. Thieves tie it up.
Yeah, Super again, just getting caught in the first blood. And again, Hydra's a little dance, clean.
Oh, yeah, I
movement
bet,
to get
Gold.
out. Hydra is a
Hope
multi-tool
you go crush
player
it.
into that first blood. And then Miles, what has become our favorite term, just the show of force. All the wall bangs and whatnot rolling through. When he's trying to throw the shoulders for the Semtex, it's just the Thieves players just holding down the right trigger and not giving him any space to go out. So the stick was definitely close, but had him absolutely dead to rights. There was simply no escape.
3-3 here in game 5.
Rencourt is 1-6 right now.
A lot more shown
He's
here
having a
towards the
tough
A-bomb
one
site.
in this
Okay,
SND.
no, Heretics on the outside now. Keeping the options open. That little hedgerow area in the middle of the map. Essential. On the A defense and the B defense, it's a highway that you need to remain open and in your control as a defending team. And Metals now. Oh, it's a pinch, boys and girls.
Yeah, he is just there to be annoying. And Real just knows he just wants to live. They got him more or less trapped. You get Rancor Metals. Well, he ends up getting caught. Traded out, though.
You gotta trade out. Don't know if you Hydra.
Look at this position. This is like a P4 break.
Scrap gets kicked, though.
He fought forward. He let his gun rip. And he and Ghosty now are in a strange part of town. But they're making it
No
work.
way, man.
Super from the hip with a strider.
We should have won
I say
that
from the hip.
round.
Could have been ADS. You never know. It was an insane finish, though.
Did Kyle Tucker go
He's
yard?
taking a fight to the Heretics, but it's 11-3 from Super. It was from the hip. Good call, Ross.
No.
And Thieves, I mean, again, trying to break into P4 in search and destroy. That is an aggressive play call. They're trying to make something happen.
Right now,
but,
for me,
Heretics just
Turner
simply
is
deal
up.
with it. They were able to just take so much space on the map, just off the rip. Metals getting all the way behind, getting the street control,
And the
controlling
score
middle of
was
map.
the same as what it was.
Easy in that moment for Miami to sort of funnel them through. Difficult to win the gunfights, but they got it done.
Again, the Heretics have yet to find
Did
any
he?
success against the Thieves.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was 5-2 or if it was 6-2. The
In a
last
match
time
like
I looked.
this is absolutely telling how far this team has come. Oh, you got to finish that one, Scrap, and he sure does. I mean, the snaps are on, the instincts are there, and somehow he's got Real dead to rights as well. 2v2, now on the inside.
Getting the trades, but I feel like we're in situations to kind of go up in numbers.
The Heretics have to recover the bomb.
We're not
So
really like
close to
getting
A.
away with it, you know?
Yeah, Rancor and Super have been monsters for this team. They had an incredible map number 4, and Super continues to be electric and search and destroy. They got the intel.
They don't have bomb. Do we know that they don't have
Thieves
bomb?
are pushing in the depths of spawn. Problem is, though, to collect this bomb, you're just uncomfortable with
No, we
the AR in
don't.
hand. This is the environment where the Jackal thrives. They're committing to it, and they're going to be able to get the bomb down. Thieves, uncontested, let this happen.
Yeah, they had no idea the bomb was down. There was just behind those counters. And oh no,
big pick from Hydra.
Opens the battle. Wallbang. 1v1.
Nice.
What a win from the
Good
Frenchman.
win from Hydra.
4-4 after the defuse.
I mean, Super is 12-4
If he had gotten that, it would have been one of the better pop-offs we have seen. That could have been incredible, but able to just catch the player looking over Super as he's getting the bomb down and leave him in a 1 versus 2 with nowhere to go.
We might be gold.
A banger of a series. Happy to see Miami playing this well. They're testing the metal. We might just very well end up in a Game 5 round 11, tied up right now 4-4. This is the round where you're looking to find just a little bit of room to breathe.
4-4. Oof. Not a tremendous amount of success.
The series has definitely been more
bomb
tense
site
than
for
I
either
thought
of
it was
our teams.
going to be.
Defensively,
That is for
very
sure.
sound. A is a bang out, and this one will be no different. Real opens the fight. You slow things down. I wonder how much intel you got with the stuns, but the nade is great. Man, advantage still Heretics.
2v3.
Big nade from
LA Thieves looking for the bailout.
Makes the numbers a little
just
more
need the
doable
clean
here.
execution. Everybody grouped up together once again. Heretics do not want to give away anything for free.
Oh, wow.
And they're roaming together. Don't have to overcommit on this Chow, and Envoy knows that he's got to back down. In the meantime, Ghosty, he's got decent space on the map,
taking
but
a lot of
I don't know
space
if
over
this
here.
is the angle that's
He
going
just
to give
doesn't
him a
get to
free
see
kill.
anything.
Maybe not for Ghosty, but I mean, Envoy's not willing to give up that position over by B. Now he's moved his way over
was
towards
just
A,
about to
waiting
see
for the comms from
Rancor
Ghosty.
too.
I've got the site. I've got the site. Once he has it clear. Problem, Ghosty now knows his days are numbered. Run, Dan.
Nice, he gets out. Huge.
Faster than the
And
bullets
we're
of the
gonna get bombed
Heretics.
down. Okay. This is
I feel like
winnable.
Envoy is good to get to here, but you still have to get this first kill.
Yeah, here we go. Pop check. Perfect timing. 1-2. Spotted out.
Huge.
Anyone in the challenge here? No, they're going to take the inside of the site and hold on to it. Envoy, reposition. 30 to go.
Metals and Super, gotta fly.
Yeah, at
Envoy's
this
taking a
point,
route.
just play
He's taking a
time.
route. This is for match point.
Perfect. This is perfect.
They've got no idea. They haven't cleaned it out yet. Super damaged. Not enough time. 1v1s on the other side.
No way, dude.
Oh my god, they got it. They
What
got
are we
it.
doing?
Unbelievable.
What are we doing? That's a.
I mean, this is Envoy's
Bro,
doing the
that is a
drive-by.
more
It's just to
than
say
winnable
bomb is
round.
clear. I think the second time he checked it, there's 17
What are
seconds
we
left on it,
doing?
and he gets the damage out. In the meantime, I don't think the Heretics players had spotted Ghosty in quite some time. Both of them
we
had to
literally
win
just
their
had to
ones,
stay alive.
and both of them deliver. And here's a look at Super's point of view,
Hurry
right?
up.
Just
The
tagged up
only
one
thing we
shot,
have
but
to
he
do is
knows he
stay
has to
alive.
find the other player. And Metals gets it, and you see on the minimap actually lose the Super point of view, but that's just a moment where he doesn't get tunnel vision, stays super heads up in the moment. Super has been incredible.
Match point Heretics. Oh, wow. Talk about how good the defenses looked over by the B side of the map.
I mean, that
And
was
right now, still the same
that
thing.
was a big time choke.
Stun connects. How many players they got, we'll never know. Great shots on the RC.
Yeah, that really is not easy. Pros are built different.
Scrap, here's the door. Lying in wait. Whether they go left or right, they go right, and it's wrong for Scrap.
Just not even in a position
That was
to
first blood.
trade
Huge.
that.
Envoy
Like,
now itching to make a play.
Oh, that's such a delicate spot. Ghosty keeps going for the bomb checks, but it is a game of inches right now.
His aims could poke out over the top of that as well. And Metal's now with a plant. Ghosty from the hip, not good enough. Envoy sprays and prays. If his prayers are not answered, it's going to be Super
bro, we literally
once
just
again
threw that series.
to deliver the dagger to the Thieves. Envoy on bomb. Can he live?
Oh my
1v1.
god. Oh my god, Dill.
15 seconds. Super has to get the plant.
He doesn't have time.
Super shot this man's body.
He doesn't have time.
Super shot this man's body, and he just got played.
Oh my god.
A 1 versus 3 for
Dill
Dylan
is-
Envoy.
Dill is
When
icy
this
as fuck,
team
dude.
needs him, he delivers every
Holy shit.
single time.
The Heretics have
That's
yet
the
to
last man
God,
whose body
what?
I would ever shoot, Miles.
last guy.
At least on this team. I mean, there's a long list, but on this team, absolutely not. Such a nice kid.
All right. I mean, I guess we get around 11 here.
Without question. Yes.
Without quit, but not.
Dill's not ready to quit. I love it. I love it. He shut me up.
One more. 14-4 for Super. It has been unbelievable. More magic is needed now more than ever. An Envoy traded out. Instant 3v3.
But we are
Pressure on
traded.
the side. And Real is so beat up. No one goes in for the kill, but Ghosty on the flank.
Glad we don't have Envoy though.
They have hope.
Hydra spotted out on the cross. He makes his way over towards the inside of Hedges. Now over towards A. The immediate wrap. Heretics are there. Bomb plant.
Bomb down as well. This is perfect for the 3v3. They're trying to take street, scrap, rip straight core, 2v3. Real trades it out.
Oh my word, to 2v2 and a wide spread now from the Thieves. Hydra goes through Diner. Ghosty, he's going to stay hedge side.
We're gonna have to go.
The clock ticks. Thieves making moves.
Oh, he heard the
They're
door.
inside. Boss man. 1v1.
Heard the door.
They're both on the inside. 15 seconds to go.
ran
Super.
around,
Have you done it?
We don't have
Have
time.
you given the win?
Yeah.
Spot some outs. Super.
Bro, we just trolled the fuck out of that
roar from the
series
Spaniard.
so hard.
As the Heretics finally best the Thieves.
We literally just
And
trolled
what a
that series
series it
so
was.
hard.
Confident enough to shoot bodies against world champions, and for good reason. Super got it done. Clutches up the 1v1 in
That
the
was
end.
a
Him and Real
pretty ugly
going
S&D.
massive in that final round. Icy. And for Super, I mean, one of the best S&D players in the game. I was touting, Hydra as being the #1 spot. Maybe Super could be the guy to take it from him. That is I'm
not like too upset since
which,
it's
by
online.
the way,
I'm really not
I don't know
like
how many
too
maps
worried
Heretics
about
have
it.
played for Search and
but,
Destroy. Maybe like 12
I
to
mean,
15 with this roster. Super already has an
S&D
incredible amount of double-digit performances. And now he's doing it against the reigning champs from the previous major.
Through several
Quadruple
situations.
positive, 10 non-traded, 2 bomb plants, and a defuse. And the 1v1 towards the end. Bow down to Supremacy right there. That is as good as it gets.
It does not get any better, folks. What a rewind. Glad to see it back in the map pool. The Heretics get the last laugh here in this matchup. Saturday comes to a close around 11. And one for the ages. Today's been a good day of COD, folks.
Day of upsets, man. Day of upsets.
Day of upsets, and we've had some incredible individual plays. Those performances there as well. Cammy's round of control. Optic are somehow back. Guys, on the desk. Nameless, what flavor of Monster Energy are you?
The OG black and green can, bro.
Yeah.
The absolute OG. Today was electric.
Yeah, Chance, enjoy space, my friend. We are all in another dimension right now because it is upset galore after getting 3-0'd on land. A round 11. Super makes up for his mistakes in round 10. Envoy does not get the best of him tonight. It's Miami with 10 more points. That was awesome.
That was incredible. I don't even know, like, we go back to this game 5, and you're just like, you go on rewind, and for me, I look at this, I'm like, okay, this is LA Thieves pick, right? You look inside Miami Heretics, they're 1-1 in the last 30.
Best series out of the Thieves today. Like I said earlier, I think this was one that probably should have been a 3-0, and
who's getting like 4 kills per life? We can't trade this guy.
We literally could not kill Super in the S&D, and then we got absolutely smoked in the hard point game 4. So I think Thieves were not looking like themselves today. But, you know, online COD, we just won a tournament. I know that the team knows what to do, know what they have to do in order to win. Just need to come out hot tomorrow going up against Atlanta FaZe. So we'll be live again tomorrow for that series. Hope to see you guys there.
And obviously Super making massive plays.
Might be live for the
they just took 2
league match as well, depending on the timings of both. But
wow,
I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win that we were hoping for. But it is what it is. We move on, we go next. And like I said, hopefully we can get our win tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day or a good rest of your night. And hope to see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys.
Game 5 versus LA Thieves on this season. Now, 4 of those matches were on land. They went to a Game 5 back in Major